If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still to the stars with the show, and till then it's half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motor. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side floor. Gucci get large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Ay, this one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, what they gonna do next?
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Oh, baby. Good morning, everybody, and welcome on in. Happy Monday. It is Tobin and Leroy here on 560 WQAM, streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, the channel Miami 560 WQAM, and on the Odyssey app. Go download that today, AUDACY, in your app store, and follow the Tobin and Leroy show. I wake up, or I log in today, and the first thing I see is Schmeeth and Schmolnick, who says, Tobin, you better start the bleeping show firing Cristobal, you fraud. Why are you yelling at me, Schmeethan?
He's just speaking for all of us.
He's just speaking for all of us. All right, let's get to our headlines. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Drug Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know truck.
I don't understand what because let me just paint the picture for you guys how I experienced the Canes loss.
I see
Because
what you guys did with the boom. It has no place but to go in front of my mouth.
I like it. So here's how I experienced it, right? Awful game. Watched this entire slop fest.
It was a bad game. It was a bad game. It's one of those games where you go in the half, you go, all right, well, we see the way this is going. Let's just get out of here with a victory.
And so
that's it.
I was not loving that watching this game. I'm like, I got to get up early for the pregame show the next day. So the last thing I remember when I went to sleep was Don Chaney getting his helmet ripped off, and they called a personal foul face mask. And I'm like, okay, I think we're good. Snooze. It's the last thing I remember. I wake up.
No way.
I wake up.
That's how.
And it says on my phone, Miami Hurricanes coaching blunder cost them versus Georgia Tech. And I'm like, what the hell happened?
Wow.
What the hell happened? What the hell happened?
Is this in the middle of the night or next morning?
No, the next morning at like 6 a.m. I wake up. I'm getting ready to go do the pregame show. I figured, Canes have it in the bag. They beat Georgia Tech. It wasn't pretty.
You fell asleep undefeated.
I fell asleep thinking we were going to be undefeated, getting ready for North Carolina. Not a great performance, but we survive in advance. That's what I thought I was going. That's what I thought. My little peepers went to sleep thinking, and I wake up to what could only be described as the dumbest loss in the history of football. What the hell?
I can't explain it. I sent a message the next day. I said, hey, Mike McDaniel needs to send that memo down to Coral Gables. Take a knee. Game's over.
Game's over, dude.
I just think it's one of those situations. You never want to lose the game outside of the field of play. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Now, there's a whole lot of other stuff that had to happen in order for Georgia Tech to win. But if you eliminate that one act, the game's over. And let me tell you, here's what my text went from. Ugly game. Here's where it started, like going to the last drive. Ugly game. Let's just get out of here with a dub.
Get out.
Not the best.
Not a great game from TBD.
Listen, you're gonna have games like this. The problem in the past was the Canes would do it against lesser opponents and lose. And so I'm also thinking about that. Let's just get out of here, get a victory. Everybody's complaining about how bad they play. Who cares? Get a win. Nobody's going to, and then it was followed by, oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No!
Yes.
No!
And then Dave, my buddy,
He was at the game.
He was at the game. He goes,
I couldn't
I think
imagine.
I'm going to have a heart attack.
I don't know
He
how
says,
you could.
I got to go somewhere and calm down.
I don't even
said,
understand.
Where are you going to go in that stadium and calm down? Because everybody's just as mad as you. Never, you never look.
It's your worst fears because it's like, hey, this has been, the season pretty much has been a coast. Got a little bit of adversity this week. You fought through it. Cool. All right. Let's get out of here. Game of the season is coming up next week. We'll be all right. We'll figure it out. We'll recalibrate. We'll get this going.
It was the first time this year. One of my biggest compliments of Mario Cristobal was how well and efficient the team was playing as a whole. Not a whole bunch of penalties, no boneheaded mistakes. Everybody was playing, pretty solid football. Not always the best, but you weren't beating yourselves.
Yeah.
This was the first game, and this is what bothers me about all of this. The first time you get in a little street fight, the first time it gets a little tough, nobody knows what the hell to do. Everybody's panicking. No, this is when you need your poise even more. This is where you need to make good, sound decisions even more, from the quarterback to the running backs to the wide receivers to the defensive coordinators to the offensive coordinators to the damn head coach. When you get in one of these games, you got to go in survive mode. Okay, let's not put our kids in harm's way. Let's just out-athlete them. We got the better athletes. Let's just go about it that way and get the hell out of here.
Yeah. It really just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I can't explain it. I can't think.
And it makes you look. He's had this blunder before, and this has kind of always been the MO on Mario. It's like, hey,
great recruiter,
dude's a monster
great
recruiter,
coach, great coach, bad in-game decision maker. That's part of the deal.
It's your worst, but like that.
It's part of the deal, though.
I could have any football fan go and get the headset for that day and be like, victory formation.
Right.
That's it. Everybody could do it.
When I get if a coach were to come to me and say something about analytics or whatever, right? Because that pretty much excludes everybody who says the coach should have did something different, right? If those numbers bear out, okay, I'll buy that. I may not agree with it, but I'll buy it. But if everybody in the damn stadium knows you're supposed to take a knee and you're the head coach.
And then he's like, after the game,
that's the part that
I was like, he's like, yeah, should have taken a timeout to recalibrate. No, you don't want to stop the clock. What are you doing? Like, that's the explanation you have for me? I don't. So, yeah, man. And it's tough because it felt like last year, we talked about the Texas A&M game. What a death blow that was, because it felt like, if they would have won that game, maybe the season goes a little different. Maybe, I'm not saying it's great, but maybe it's not disaster. And so, yeah, everyone's going to have a game where you want to perform a little bit better. Georgia Tech, they went through all you coming off the bye, yet again, the Canes off a bye. It doesn't matter the coach. I don't know what the hell that is. TBD thought he was playing for the Yellow Jackets for half the game, so was giving the ball to them. And all that, okay, you're up 3. Cool. You're giving it to Don Chaney. He's running through. You get it to where it needs to be. And I don't have a good theory for this. I don't understand who are like, they don't believe in kneeling. What? I don't understand. We were going for a landmark on Don Chaney. Huh? Who cares? Like, you think Don Chaney ever wants to remember that game in his career? It was the most forgettable Canes game in the history of Canes game, and now it's the most infamous Canes game in the history of Canes games. Like, and I'm sorry.
This is the only thing that could have happened that would get you to say, let's just move on. It wasn't our best football.
Yeah, it happens.
It happened.
It happens. It's football. Weird stuff happens in football. But if you did
Not
what you,
self-inflicted,
but
though.
that's not supposed to happen.
No.
And that's gonna happen twice in the guy's career. I don't
The
get
other
it.
situation was different.
Not that much different,
Other team had a timeout.
dude. This is
Stanford
crazy,
had a timeout.
dude. This is crazy.
This is listen. I'm speechless. Like there is nothing that a person that has been in football that long could tell me other than I bleeped up. That's it.
That's it.
Move on. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't try to it's on me. It's on me on Monday. It wasn't on you on Saturday night.
Damage is done, dude.
Right.
Damage is done.
No.
What's going on, Rodney?
Cristobal get too much money to be making stupid mistakes like this. He's been in the game too long.
Agreed.
You know, I agree with everything you all said. The
Thanks.
guy has got like a mental problem. He's got like a mental collapse when it comes down to winning games.
I don't
We
get
pay
it.
him to win games. Yeah, we pay him to win games. Now,
I
he
don't get it.
jeopardized those players. Yeah, he jeopardized those players by running 3 straight runs when you didn't have to. Just kill the clock and let's go home with a win. Happy ever after. But no, he gonna do the same old thing and cost us to win and disappoint the whole alumni and the teams and the players, you know. So this is just so sad. You know, my suggestion is let Cristobal be a head coordinator and hire somebody that know what they're doing. That's my suggestion.
But how does nobody know? Like, I get it. Like, okay, Chris, like, how does nobody know?
Everybody
Nobody's
knows.
shouting. Todd the intern, Coach Fell with your mustache. You're not like, I think we should kneel, Juicy. Like, I don't. Is Mario Cristobal too manly to kneel? I don't understand.
Hey,
I don't understand.
Man Campbell took a knee.
I don't understand.
Game was over.
It's just it's flabbergasting. And look, you know, we can say, oh, I mean, if there's a Canes fan who's like, well, it wasn't a fumble. Okay, yeah, you're probably right. But guess what? It was. It probably shouldn't have been called a fumble. They reviewed it. It shouldn't have been called a fumble. Okay,
Probably.
But guess what?
Shouldn't have never been. In that
Shouldn't have been
situation.
there. Shouldn't have been in that situation. You know, if you turn down a dark alley and there's hooligans ready to beat you up, hey, they shouldn't be doing that. That's illegal. Well, yeah, you probably shouldn't have turned down that alley though. Shouldn't have been in that position. And now I lost my lunch money from the hooligans.
Damn those hooligans.
I don't.
The most exciting thing about that game was the bloke selling.
Oh, the potato thing?
That guy's got me sold.
Oh,
The commercial.
that is good.
They showed. I mean, is it the ACC network can only get like ShamWow or the
They
potato
own-
peeler?
It's the
Wow,
best thing
dude.
about the ACC network is they only have infomercials. And so like,
That was good.
my Irish potato peeler.
It did everything though. It did literally.
It does.
everything.
It's just
Waffle
chops. It does.
fries, chips,
Yeah.
everything. That was good.
Love that guy, dude.
He even did the American thing. But wait, there's more.
Of course, there's always
It's
more.
always
Dude, I'm so like I'm shook.
But it's like now it's like with Mario, dude. It's like, come on, man. You give him all this money, and he comes in there, and you're excited for this guy's got 2 of the most infamous losses now. You're never gonna forget this. You're never gonna forget Middle Tennessee State. And I get it. The alumni love him, and he's beloved. He's a former Cane. He's been there. He's built this. You know, even yesterday, he got one of the best wide receivers in the country. Like, but it's like it's a faith shatterer. It's like you don't feel like when the chips are down, this guy's ever gonna give you any kind of advantage strategically
Right.
on the field. And I say that as somebody who's like, when Leroy talks football, I don't know what he's talking about. It's like listening to Chinese half the time. But with this, we all know what you were supposed to do. And
That's
how
the
you
infuriating
bleeped-
thing.
That's how you bleeped it up.
The guy getting the money doesn't do the thing that all of the people who know half of what he knows in football. Yeah.
It's rough, man.
I mean, even listen,
Hmm?
you know it's a blunder when you get old Sims. Oh, Boomer. You get
Boomer.
Boomer in his
Was he doing a CBS Sports Minute?
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Did
he?
Yeah.
Oh, I
he
kind of
did.
want to hear that.
Yeah. I'm
Can you
gonna-
get that for me?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We will, if you guys want to talk, if you're an angry Canes fan, I'll happily take your calls, 305-567-0560. If you're a happy Dolphins fan, we can get into that too, 305-567-0560. Poor Daniel Jones. That's next.
WQAM broadcast.
24/7.
This is Boomer Science with the CBS Sports Minute. Here's the question of the weekend, folks. What in the world was Miami Hurricanes coach Mario Cristobal thinking? His 4-0 team was leading Georgia Tech 20-17 with 34 seconds left. All Cristobal had to do was call for victory formation. Instead, running back Donald Chaney took a handoff and fumbled. Tech recovered and, of course, drove for the winning touchdown. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Van Dyke with 3 on the play clock.
National PA Week is October.
He takes, he gives. Chaney's got a hole. They're trying to strip the ball. He lost the football at the 25-yard line, and Georgia Tech comes away with it, unless he was down. Georgia Tech has the ball with 26 seconds to go. Chaney fumbles, and Georgia Tech gets the football. Kennard comes away with it, and they've got 25 seconds to get into field goal range, unless they rule them down. They were trying to rip the ball away. His elbow is down. Oh, he's down. If they don't overrule this one, they'll never overrule anything.
Ruling on the field is a fumble. That play is under further review. After further review, the ruling on the field stands. First down, Georgia Tech.
Man, there's so many things in that clip that I'm dying over. It's just like, first of all, the unrest just from the fans, because you could just hear the grumbling in the background. But when Joe Zagacki just realizes, oh, okay, dude, like he's just so beside himself because he knows. It really does feel like the refs went to review and they're just like, but he really does
He
it.
had to go 75 yards in 26 plays.
I understand. Look, if you're the most optimistic Canes fan, you can see me like, but it wasn't a fumble, and like, what are the odds that's going to happen? I understand all of that. That being said,
It should have never put
it
that
should have been in that
situation.
position, dude.
Crazy things have happened.
It's
in
almost
football.
like the refs would be like, I think we got this call wrong, but he kind of deserves for the call to be wrong. Yeah, let's just say he's got the call wrong, and then like they go back and be like, nah, call stands. Sorry, Mario. Tough, man. Tough day. Tough weekend. Because I do feel like the Canes. I feel like the season I told you going into this. I said we're a win away from feeling froggy. I was a win away from feeling. I would have taken it back.
Are we here? Are we to the point yet with the Canes that we can make assumptions about anything?
No.
Okay.
But I wasn't making assumptions. I was a win away from feeling froggy.
You're saying if
they would have won,
saying we're gonna.
I was gonna. If they would have won this week, I was ready for a week of, hey, this feels like they can actually do something in the conference, like because you had a big matchup against North Carolina, and not only was it just an awful game, but to lose like that is just like the air out of the season balloon was.
Right.
Like that's just how it feels, man. It's a bummer.
And believe it or not, the Dolphins got blown out, and I feel worse about this loss than I do about the Dolphins losing by 28 a couple of weeks ago.
No question.
Right?
No question. Not even close.
Because they lost. Well, look, it wasn't a good game, but they lost in between the lines.
Look, if he can go, if Mario Cristobal's got, I think 6 days to get the fan base back on his side. And I don't even know if that's going to help, but he better go kick Mac Brown's ass this weekend to like salvage any hope anybody's going to have in him. Because if they go to North Carolina, they go to Chapel Hill this weekend, they get dusted. People are going to be, as we say on this show, they're going to be rats off a ship. They are,
and it's his own doing.
It's his own fault.
It's his own doing.
Absolutely, Joel. What's up, man?
Yeah. Hey, guys, you've done a great job of describing this horror show that is a great example of snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. And my question for you is, how do you think Mario explains this to the AD? How does he explain it to the donors? How does he explain it to the fans? Because as one of you said, trust has been broken. How does he move forward explaining it to himself? And do you think it will be used as a recruiting advantage to other colleges when players have to decide, where am I going? Am I going to go to a place where somebody just gives the game away when I just spent, all year getting ready for this game, and I go out there and I suffer the possibility of injuries, and this guy just gives the damn game away? I'd like to hear what you think is going through his mind now, and how does he recover?
I mean,
He
I'm
got
sure.
a big recruit.
No, he got a big recruit.
And here's the thing. There's a couple of things that are you want Mario Cristobal for. First of all, he's a guy that can fix your culture, right? He's done that. He's gotten guys to play a better style of football. And I mean with the mistakes, the swag penalties, stuff like that, but still be aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
He's an excellent recruiter, right? So whatever he does, however he ingratiates these young men, he still seems to do a great job doing it. That being said, yeah, you know,
but
if you're recruiting from somewhere else, you use every angle you can
dude,
get.
but that's the thing is like, yes, he is a great recruiter and he's usually worldly, accountable, put your head down, no excuses type of guy. I don't know what the hell he was talking about after the game where he's like, oh, I got to recalibrate. And I was
that made it worse.
And then Don, for Don to have Don Chaney to be in that position where he's in tears on the sidelines when he didn't have to be. Right. That's the only thing I would say is just like, man, you want to coach and put your kid in this kind of position, but it's that's the thing I would be pissed off about.
He should have, if he wanted to keep the room and not have people questioning him right after that game, he should have went in front of the podium and said, that's not on Chaney, that's on me. Right? I made a dumb mistake. And there's no way getting around it. We'd be over it. But not over, but we would
land. It would land better.
Right. But what he said after the game, everybody I know that's Canes fans were blowing my phone up talking about they even more mad.
Yeah.
How much is the buyout? Right? I'll eat it. That's what somebody said. I'll eat it. I'll go shake cups on the corner.
Oh my God. Handsome Daffy. What's up, Handsome?
What's going on, man? Mario, man, I don't know what to say about that guy. I mean, in Miami sports, you never leave those type of calls up to the ref because we're going to get screwed all the time with all sports.
Absolutely.
And then with the Dolphins, did you guys check out when Vilma was talking about how fast we were? And then on the very next play, Tyreek broke, and the first thing he said was, uh-oh. Like, he already knew it was coming their way. Like, it was already danger.
He did. My favorite was everybody was making fun of Tyreek Hill for getting caught from behind because
yeah, like Waddle,
washed. Yeah, I was like, what? He got his crown back from Achane on the speed from that run, but he got caught.
Yeah, I will say though, there was a point where they crossed paths, Hill and Achane. Achane kind of slowed down a little bit, if you ask me.
I got to be honest with you. Listen, this Achane, every time he gets the football, I'm just like,
he is fast.
Wow.
The thing I like about all the running backs, no matter how fast they are, they run really hard in between the tackles.
Yeah.
Which is a hard thing to do for somebody that's so fast, to get them to, take what's there and then take advantage when you have an opportunity. But between Mostert, Achane, they all run in between the tackles pretty tough.
Tim, what's up, buddy?
Hey, I'm a freaking Seminole. I'm angry at these bum Hurricane coaches taking college game day away from Tallahassee in a couple of weeks. Because how about our Seminoles?
I don't like that. Get out of here. I don't like it. It hurts enough, all right? Jesus.
Why did
Bert, what's up, Bert?
Yo, Leroy.
Oh, wait. By the way,
how about them Dolphins, baby?
Yeah.
What a great day yesterday. I got to go to the game with my wife. We got to the 200 level. Got to meet LT out there. It was an awesome day. I tell you what, these Hurricanes, I don't know what to say about them, baby, but go Nose, baby.
Get out of here.
Hey, so check this out.
Camouflage. People rubbing their noses.
When was it? It was Friday. I had to go to Walmart, pick up some stuff. And it's pretty empty in there because it's right before they close. Some guys walk by. They give me the look. I'm like, oh. So I just keep going. No time. Walk down the hall. And all of a sudden I hear through the store, Leroy! I'm like, damn, they got me.
Got him. One more call for the break. Dave, what's up, Dave?
Yo, what's going on, you guys?
mean, I don't know, man. Listen, awesome Dolphins win, terrible Canes. Well, how are you feeling, man?
Well, you know what? I like the Dolphins. They're my second favorite team after my Browns. But you know what? You guys are a bunch of jive turkeys because the Miami Hurricanes are garbage, and Ohio State is going to the national.
Get out of here, bastard!
Wait, when do we use it? Talk about stepping on somebody when they
Did
down.
little Tua not win this week? Little Tagovailoa?
No.
I guess not.
Oh no.
He kept it close.
He kept it froggy.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into the Dolphins. Let's talk more about that game. That was much more fun than this Canes game. You do still have some Canes remnants you need to get over. We'll hear a little bit. Mario Cristobal was on with Joe Rose earlier. We'll play some clips from that. But I do want to get into that Dolphins win because they just passed the greatest show on turf, baby. Woo! All right, welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here. We got a Heat and Panthers doubleheader tonight on QAM. It is the annual Heat scrimmage, the red, white, and pink game. We're going to have coverage of that from the Kaseya Center today. Myself, Alejandro Solana. I think Tommy Tig's there as well. Have a lot of people stopping by on that. Should be a lot of fun. You listen to that here on WQAM. And then it is the Panthers season preview with Doug Plagans tonight at 8:30. So listen to them both here tonight. Check that on out. And I want to let you guys know that we got your chance to win tickets to the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs at Homestead Miami Speedway on October 21st and 22nd. It's easy to enter. Just go to WQAM.com/contest. But if you'd like to purchase tickets, go to HomesteadMiamiSpeedway.com. The Miami Dolphins winning yesterday 31-16 over the New York Football Giants. I got to be honest with you, man. Rare I feel bad for an opponent. I felt bad for Daniel Jones watching him get just throttled yesterday. That offensive line. Oh,
terrible.
It was like it was a massacre. And you got exactly what you wanted from the defense, which was needed a game to get right, I know McDaniel didn't want to call it that, but it is what it is. And that defense, Zach Sealer, Christian Wilkins, Agba, Jerome Baker, all those guys. Von Ginkel just remains being a menace.
Balling.
He remains being a menace. They got right, didn't give up a touchdown yesterday. I mean, they were just awesome. They were. It's exactly what you wanted. And yeah, I get it. They did what they were supposed to do against a bad football team, but they did it to every single level. Dude, they had 500 yards of total offense.
Yeah.
They had a game where
another 150-yard rusher, 150-yard receiver.
I think the thing that when you see that they won by 2 scores in a game where they lost the turnover margin 3-0 or 0-3, whatever the way you put it. And then they did have the football. I think what was it? Was it 36-25 or something like 36-24 for the
yeah. And honestly, the first half was worse. I feel like the first half we had the ball like once.
Yeah.
It was rough.
And they absolutely just took it to them. And it's so fun watching all this speed. I mean,
you know what else I like? I like the way Mike McDaniel goes through the offense, and that it got to a point in time where Tua was thrown into the other team. He goes, you know what?
Yep.
Let's run it.
Let's run it.
Like, that's coaching.
That's coach. Yeah, that was a perfect use. Tua had that bad interception, and they only ended up giving up. He had the bad pick 6, obviously, right before halftime.
He scored 34 points, and he scored 10 for them.
Exactly. And then after that, it was just Devon Achane and Raheem Mostert. But Achane, dude, we all knew that he was fast, a track star, all that. He is incredible. He's incredible. 11 carries, 151, 13.7 yards per carry. Are you kidding me?
That's what happens when you go 76 in one of those now.
I know, but still.
Right. Even without that, it's 70 yards a carry.
It feels like he could do that every time.
Even his fumble, I wasn't like, oh, what is this guy doing? I saw he was trying to do more. And honestly, he turned that 5-yard run to a 9-yard run before he fumbled it. But
he's averaging 12 yards a carry this season.
That's crazy.
38 carries for 460. He didn't play the first game. He didn't really play the second game.
Right.
And right now,
second in the league.
He's second in the league in rushing behind Christian McCaffrey. I mean, this guy, you want to talk about just blowing the doors off of your debut season. He's incredible.
Also known as rookie season.
Yes, sir. Quibbling, jeez. But I mean, it's because we all knew, I got exactly what I wanted to start the game yesterday. Jalen Waddle, sick touchdown catch.
They've thrown that ball a couple of times. He scored a couple of times like that, where he just throws it at the back of the defender and Waddle jumps up and catches it.
He was, but we got our first Waddle of the season.
Oh, wow. So Tua is first in passing. Tyreek is first in receiving. Achane is second in rushing.
It's pretty awesome.
Behind the guy who Mike McDaniel would have had if he had stayed where he was.
Yeah. Yeah. Tua right now leading the league through 5 games. He's thrown 1,614 yards.
Right.
Devon Achane,
460 yards rushing. Tyreek Hill, 651 yards receiving. And, I mean, that play that he had to start the third quarter, it was and apparently Tua misheard the play call, so he called his own play. It was like, oh, now it's a good play. Just throw it up to Tyreek. Got him. Here's Tua, and I called my own play.
That was a wrong play call. And you can ask Mike about that. I don't think I should be saying that was a wrong play call. I called the wrong play. I called my own play. So you guys might want to ask Mike about that one, but it's a wrong play call.
Wrong play on the touchdown play.
Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, that sounds weird. Just taking the credit for that one.
Was it a check or?
No, he said a play, and I told him I misheard him. As I was looking at it, I was like, oh, let's just run this play. So
you didn't mishear him. You just went on.
I did mishear him.
You did mishear.
Yes, let's say that, guys.
He's adorable. I think that's happened twice now, because didn't that happen in the 70-point game? The first play to Tyreek, didn't Tyreek run the wrong route on that play?
Yeah, that was.
So this has happened on every Tyreek Hill touchdown. It's usually it's a mistake, but it's a good mistake.
Just throw it.
I think it's the meme. It's like, Tyreek's down there somewhere. He is.
Yeah.
And then he tried to run. He tried to gift his mom a football, and you had the dude that meathead comes in with the trying to intercept Mama Cheetah.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
And then the guy next to him, like, yo, man.
Hey, man.
That's his mom.
So
and he got a penalty.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he deserved it.
Well, for what?
He ran up the stands like Spider-Man.
No, but they called unsportsmanlike conduct for trying to give somebody a football. You know, you get fined if you throw it.
Dude, he ran he went from the end zone, ran willy-nilly through the back of the end zone, then scaled up the stands and then gave the
where
football.
Mama was sitting.
I understand, but I think there has to be a limit. I think with a Lambeau leap, don't you have to be in the vicinity? I don't know what the rules are.
First of all,
rules
let me
for
explain
Lambeau
something to you.
Hmm?
I don't think people understand this. That wall's like 8 feet. So you can't just be doing the Lambeau leap. Everybody can't do the Lambeau leap.
I know.
Some guys jump up and just dap the wall. You can't get up there.
I heard him after the game, and his mom demanded to be in a celebration, and he goes, "You know I'm going to get fined for this." She goes, "I don't care. This is mom."
He's taken a lot of questionable fines recently. Didn't he get fined for not wearing socks last game or something?
You know what is the craziest thing? He doesn't get his ankles taped, and neither does Mostert. Because when you see them, they have the socks, and then you could see their ankles. I'm like, wow, what's that like? I got taped up, spatted up. I was like, well, I'm good to go.
Everything, biggest shoulder pads, anything you need.
Yeah.
Here's Mike McDaniel on Tua and Tyreek connecting on the wrong play.
Yeah, apparently he stole my thunder. I wanted to unveil that he's now a play caller as well. No, but that's one of the moments that in the story of his his journey that is indicative of where he's at.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing great. Schmieden Schmalnick says that Marcos does the Lambeau leapfrog.
I saw that one too.
Point for Twitcher.
Tobin does the Lambeau eats.
Oh, I was going to go with Dave Savin says Tobin does the ham bone leap. I'm actually not a big fan of ham.
You don't like ham?
I like cold cuts ham, but I don't like a roasted ham. You know, like a Christmas ham. Not a fan.
What? Let me tell you. Hold on. Let me explain something to you. The greatest joy in my life,
oh Jesus,
is that spiral ham. The next week.
Oh,
making them ham sandwiches.
Once it's been marinating.
Woo!
Yeah, that's a good
Those
stuff.
ham sandwiches with some bacon.
Just putting bacon on there too?
Yeah.
Double down.
That's double pork there.
2 for the price of what? 1 sandwich, 2 hams.
Man.
Bacon.
Yeah, man.
Bacon. You don't
I
like
love
ham?
bacon.
You don't like ham?
I like cold cut ham. I don't like a
But
cooked
that's
ham.
the BS ham.
No.
The cured and all that.
I love that.
You get the only problem I have in my house is these Canadians like the ham in the bag. So like the ham, so it's not like spiral. And that doesn't make the best sandwiches, but it's delicious.
Look what they're doing to your boy on First Take.
Oh,
Is Bill Belichick just another coach without Tom Brady?
wow.
Evidence says yes.
Man, you guys have TV over there, huh?
Yeah, you don't?
Nah.
Sorry, man.
I got to tell you. Oh my goodness.
Oh, they're good. Listen, don't think I wasn't listening to a little WEEI on the way. Mac Jones.
How much have they been outscored in the past 2 games?
68-3 or something like that.
Oh, it is good.
It is good.
Life is
How
good.
great is this that the Patriots suck? The Dolphins have one of their former first-round picks on the offensive line. He's balling out for him. This is bizarro world.
And you know who we gave them?
Parker and Gesicki. What are Gesicki's numbers this year? Let's just take a look. Let's take a little looky-loo.
He's on my fantasy bench, so I can tell you nothing. He's done nothing.
Mike Gesicki.
I don't think he scored.
12 catches, 116 yards, 0 touchdowns.
Yeah.
12 catches in 5 games?
Yep.
For 10 mil, huh?
I think he didn't make 10 mil. He made like 6 mil.
Still.
Should have stayed.
I could have did that.
Most catches were against the Dolphins.
Look at that.
Only 33 yards, though. Mac Jones sucks.
Clamps. Mac Jones does suck.
Poor Gesicki.
2 years ago, Chris Sims ranked Mac Jones and Wilson would be better than Tua.
Last year, he ranked Mac Jones this year against above Tua. He did that just to be a bastard. How you looking now? Mac Jones he got benched again. That dude's cooked. He ain't gonna be the Dolphins. He ain't gonna be the Patriots quarterback.
I think the stat they said is Tua on his first drives, all of them accumulated throughout the first season or the first couple weeks of the season. He's 20 or 22 of 24. He's only missed 2 passes. It's ridiculous, dude.
He's ridiculous. Mac Jones so far this year, 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Hey, what the hell happened with the Bills? I just woke up and I was like, did the Bills lose to the Jags?
They did. They lost to the Jags.
The Jags run London.
And apparently Stephon Diggs is hating. He really he's got a very tumultuous relationship with Josh Allen because apparently if he's not catching 3 touchdowns a game, he hates him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's standard operation for a wide receiver.
Well, you said it. Like, look, the Bills are going to bill.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe we got that wrong, but here they are.
What was he whining about, though? He had 8 catches for 121 yards.
He's just mad. They lose. Whenever they lose, he just blames Josh Allen.
Oh, my
Like,
God.
get out of my face, dude.
Okay.
Get out of my face. I hate you.
Dak throwing it to the other team again, huh?
Ooh, he stinks. Well, I mean, yeah, he stinks. That's what I said. But the 49ers are really good.
Leroy had 2 spiraled hams on his shoulders when he played. No, I didn't, because I'd have been making sandwiches.
Take a quick break. Hour Tua coming up next.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Our Tua of the program, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
Yes.
dear Dallas, as great as your defense is, you couldn't even hold them to a field goal once?
Rough.
Six touchdowns?
In fairness, Dak did throw some stinkers to put him in a bad position. That being said, yeah. That was a rough one for the old Cowboys last night. How about them Cowboy?
You know Stephen A. trolling. Look at
Of
him.
course, he's got that going on. A lot of trolling going on. Did you see what Robert Saleh said to Sean Payton after the game?
No, what?
They caught him on a hot mic and they said, stay humble. What does that even mean?
That means stop running your mouth about how bad the other coach did and you're doing worse. He had it coming. He earned that.
Oh, he's had it coming, dude. He's had it coming. Schmeathan says Tobin is Snack Prescott. Damn it. He's right, though. I love snacks.
Point for Twitcher.
I'm a big snack time guy.
Let's get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Dolphins, of course, putting it on the New York Giants yesterday. You're getting all the speedsters involved. Mostert, Achane, Tyreek, Waddle, touchdowns. Spread the wealth. That's what they do. It was a delight.
And thank God we may have dodged the Sean Payton bullet.
Sean Payton bullets. Thank God we dropped the we dodged the Brian Daboll bullet.
Woo-hoo.
By the way, that guy,
He was going to be a coach?
sunburned.
Oh yeah, he was like the hottest commodity.
Mm.
Did he not have Marcos?
Every time I see him, I think CPAP.
Not only that's not nice.
Okay.
That's not nice. You did that. And by the way, what you -1 to what you did during the game yesterday.
What?
I'm not going to say what you did. 'Cause
-1
You know what you did.
for Sass.
Your fat shaming needs to stop.
I'm not. No, dude.
Really.
I'm telling you, from last year to this year, dude I'm just saying, got swole.
Chubb is living up to his name. You thought that was appropriate? You need to stop. Anyway,
This guy's on a rampage, dude.
he is. He's just hosing everybody down.
Remember when he said Melvin Ingram wasn't allowed to wear that number?
Jeez. No, but the thing with Brian Daboll, like, yes, first of all, Marcos,
Yeah.
he has to wear a hat.
Whoa,
He has
dude,
to wear a
I
hat.
was so
He
concerned.
was cooking.
Wow, dude.
And why do you have a jacket on?
He had a windbreaker on. And then did you guys he had what can only be described as the biggest sweat rag I've ever seen in my life. It was a giant towel, like he had just gotten off the 18th green. It was ready for a steam. Like he had, and it was just like, I've gone from the get back guy to the pat down guy. I got to pat his head. It was his and what is he supposed to do? He's just like, all right, red 42 Foxtrot. Oh no, he's sacked.
Oh,
again.
wait. Waddle, baby, Waddle. Who's living up to his name? Don't say it, but put it in the chat. Pay attention, Waddle.
He is like Brian Daboll just looks there and he goes, like, you're this, you think you have this, some offensive guru, and your offensive line can't block anybody. And
Nobody.
Zach Sealer, he is just swim moving everybody. Christian Wilkins, I mean, I know
all over the place.
I know that team sucks. I hadn't seen Christian Wilkins play like that all year. I was happy to see him. He was chasing guys down. He was dancing. He was having I do feel like, knowing the opponent, I'm not going to get crazy about it, but also they were tremendous. I mean, like that they were intimidating. you just had an offense. They gave up 11 sacks on Monday on a short week. They're like, are we going to be able to recalibrate that? You better. If you're Fangs and you're going to do anything, it better have been against that team. And they did. So credit where credit's due.
Fang Ginks is balling.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
He is all over the place.
But I was so happy to see my guy because I got to do the thing during the game. I'm so happy.
The Waddle?
That, but also seal it on up.
Yeah.
Makes me so happy.
That was perfect because I remember Vilma had just said, Sealer, he's good. He's going to stop you in the run game, but you won't really see him in the backfield that much. Sacked by Sealer immediately.
He was like
after.
a grizzly bear yesterday.
So great.
And the New York Giants were like, it's a giant.
It's an actual giant.
It's an actual giant. It's a giant. Zach Sealer and Christian Wilkins did their thing yesterday, man.
Yeah, they did.
They were terrorizing the Giants, and poor Daniel Jones. He left. Von Ginks put him out of the game with a neck injury. Then Saquon Barkley was apparently yelling at fans, some Giant, because there were a bunch of Giants fans there yesterday.
There was
a bunch of New York idiots. They were yelling at Daniel Jones as he's going back to the locker room, and Saquon Barkley, hey, neck is broken, you idiots.
I'll tell you what, those Giants players,
it's not broken, but it's busted up, it's sore.
The Giants players and their fans have really been getting into it recently.
Somebody said,
yeah, because you had the one guy.
Daniel Jones has gay size.
He does. He's not wrong about that. No, because you had
you would have those eyes too if he gets sacked every other play.
Well, they had the guy. He wasn't even the rookie.
Yeah,
who came in last week and he called all the fans burger flippers.
Yeah, he did.
We're talking about a rookie mistake. You don't say that to New York fans, and then but you can't do that and then also let Emmanuel Ogbah run right by you without even seeing him.
Yeah, that's rough.
He didn't even look at him,
and he ain't petite.
No, guy's
and he's standing up. He spent half of his life with his hand in the dirt. Now he's standing up, looking even more like a giant.
It was great. It was a fantastic. Now let's also let's not miss the other important thing here, which is the New England Patriots are bums. Can we hear from Bill Belichick after the game yesterday on Mac Jones?
No, you really. Ooh.
Bill, what went into the decision to sit down Mac there in the later stages of the game?
In the third quarter. So.
Is he still your quarterback going forward?
Yeah, there was a lot of problems. It certainly wasn't all him.
Wow. No, sure was. Mac Jones sucks.
I really hate him. We really screwed the pooch on this one.
It wasn't all him.
He said, "Is Mac Jones your quarterback next week?" Damn, it's just done.
Bill, what went into the decision to sit down Mac there in the later stages of the game?
In the third quarter. So.
Is he still your quarterback going forward?
Yeah, there was a lot of problems. It certainly wasn't all him.
I mean, he said it was 31-0 at the end of the third quarter.
Let's hear from McCorkle Jones.
Oh, Mac, with the results being what they are, and you finish 2 straight weeks ending the game on the bench, do you start to feel like you're playing to keep your job?
Like I said earlier, just trying to do better as an offense. We didn't score any points, so that's the important part. Scoring points and executing your job, and I try to just execute my job.
I'm just trying to do better in my job. I scored 0 points last week. I'm trying to do better than that, but I didn't. So, I'm McCorkle. What do you want?
I didn't ask for this. That is rough, man.
Nobody. I
mean, think about
I didn't
that.
ask to be ranked the 81st best player in the NFL.
You know how hard it is to go 2 games in the NFL and only score 3 points.
It's crazy.
There's teams that haven't won a game and have not been shut out.
Oh yeah, Panthers were putting up some numbers, but dude,
it was basically Detroit last year. They wasn't winning, but it was fun losing.
They have gone their last 3 games scoring 15 points, 3 points, 0 points. They cracked 20 once this year.
So they averaged in the last 3 games, they averaged 6 points a game.
They scored 17 against the Dolphins. They've gotten nothing but down. This is what it's gone. 20 points, 17 points, 15 points. That was a win. 3 points, 0 points. They're going to be the first team to put up negative points next year.
Oh, God.
They keep this pace up.
Wow.
Incredible.
At any point, I don't even know who their backup options are. Are they going to sit? Is Mac Jones done? Is his career done?
Belly Zappi.
Oh,
Can I
remember
just
him?
say this?
They loves him.
not for nothing, but when Mac Jones came out of college, nobody was that interested in him.
No.
And and everybody thought that San Francisco was going to take him second.
Dude, Mac Jones is the first guy.
Is that the worst quarterback class in a while?
It was. I think Trevor Lawrence is kind of keeping it up right now.
Okay, Trevor Lawrence, but
by the way,
wait, didn't Jalen Hurts go in the second round that year?
No, Jalen Hurts was in Tua's class.
Okay,
yeah, that was a great class. Burro looked great yesterday.
About time. Jeez,
it is about time.
Tell you what,
his strategy was exactly what Jamar Chase told him to. I'm always open.
He was not lying.
He was not lying. He was. I mean, what did he put up? Like, he put up 190 yesterday.
Yeah, like 3 touchdowns. Jeez. Yeah, that was crazy.
That guy's good. Let's hear from bum Sean Payton.
Oh,
he's already given up 70 points.
Mm-hmm.
He has Russell Wilson, who's 5-15 as Broncos quarterback. And yesterday,
what are they doing?
Failing.
No, I'm looking at this play with Tyreek Hill just ran.
They put a
around the
rookie
corner.
on him.
Oh, that's the third quarter play?
Yeah.
I don't think he realized how fast Tyreek was.
Look, the TVs went out behind you guys. You really have the only working TVs on this side of the.
Well, we know they work because we can see how bright Rex Ryan's teeth are, which are way too bright.
I noticed you guys had the lights off. It's just a TV. That's
no,
really
it's
shining.
just Rex Ryan's teeth that's lighting up in here. We don't even have a ring light on Leroy right now. It's just Rex Ryan's teeth. But if you could play me Sean Payton, just being a curmudgeon.
Coach, do you regret though making those comments?
I already addressed that though, and it's a fair question, but I think we already addressed that the next day.
Wow. I mean, again though, Sean, I feel like after Hackett and his team kicks your ass and run all over you, I feel like
He could have even went funny with it. Probably should have kept my mouth shut.
Probably.
Right. Like
second time, he's got a little snippy with the
He's gotten snippy. Well, listen, when you're, legendary.
Were they 1-4?
Yeah.
That makes every coach snippy. Let's not beat around the bush. Right? If they were 4-1, the questions would be different. The attitude in which they asked the questions would be different. The responses would be different. But the fact that you came in here with your chest out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trashing the last regime that was there, and then you're no better.
Bro, they've lost their only wins against the Bears this year. Like,
right. And the Bears just skunked somebody.
They beat the Commanders.
Right.
On Thursday Night Football.
Oh, look, Dancing Bones.
Huh? Anyway, take a quick break. Back after this.
Leroy.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Take you up until 2 here on the show. Football season is here, and so is our Dave & Buster gift card giveaway. We got your chance to win a $250 gift card from Dave & Buster's to watch college football, the NFL, and more. To enter, go online to WQAM's contest page and submit your entry. If you win, you can go to Dave & Buster's in Hollywood with your gift card and spend the day watching your favorite teams. All on us, Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports at Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. Been reacting to a lot of bad news this week. And honestly, the only good thing that really came out of Miami sports, we had the Pinks. They lost. Messi, and the boys not going to be eligible for the postseason.
See that fan? You see that kid that ran
Why do
up?
people? I don't understand. You've seen Messi's security guard in action, right?
What are we doing?
The guy is an assassin.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to get near Messi? I don't understand what that kid was doing.
I'll tell you my biggest problem, though. He didn't even look at him. He didn't even look at
Messi. Didn't, or the kid?
The kid didn't even look at Messi. As soon as he got close enough, he's like, all right, selfie time. Get out of my way, everyone. I need a selfie with the GOAT. I want you to look at him. If you're going to risk your life with this bodyguard, I need you to be in tears, kissing Messi's feet or something. Don't just try to get a pic for your Instagram. It was gross.
Listen, the kids love Instagram. The young love Instagram.
I give him credit, though, because that security guard is always ready to kill. And he did not. He was very, very gentle with this young man. Should have chopped him in the neck, though.
Oh, throat.
Just a nice little throat chop, dude.
The kid tries to get to Messi. It's a
I'll tell you, that guy. Is there any better security in America than Messi's bodyguard?
Well, first of all, you can't let him do that. Now other people gonna try to.
Yeah, you can't be a nice bodyguard.
Dude.
You got to take people out.
And like, it wasn't even. You see, I would have been like, "Hey, you know what? Here's a poster."
The real SDI guys, you're on the air. This is what we do.
This is what we do. Yeah, I mean, it's like SDI's first time tuning in.
Right.
I'm gonna show Leroy an Instagram video. We'll be back in a second. You'll wait. You'll wait. And then the other big news that was terrible this weekend, aside from Mario Cristobal, was Sandy Alcantara officially getting Tommy John surgery. So he is.
I had a sense that was coming though, right?
Yeah,
but even though you
did.
trying to shut it down because you say you already had it.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh no, it was. Sorry, I got it mixed up with Shohei.
Yeah, Shohei had it. Yeah, Shohei's not pitching this year. The unfortunate thing for Sandy is he can't hit 30 home runs a year. So we just got a year with no Sandy, which
so
sucks.
we won't see him till 2025.
Yep. Sucks. I mean, like,
the hell is going on?
Physically, it makes sense. He's thrown more innings than anybody.
Yeah.
But it's just, and I think like the way it sounded was like he was really toughing through some stuff this year, which is, as you say, Leroy, nobody ever really cares about fighting through injury.
No.
Everybody's like,
dude.
He ain't the Cy Young anymore.
Right. Washed.
I think you said that.
I didn't say that. I don't feel like I said that. I didn't say that about him.
You did. Get him, Marcos. Get him.
You did. I'm just saying.
I didn't say that about Sandy this
Get
year.
him.
I don't know. It feels like you led the charge.
Was there a game against the Bears? Like, I need you.
Who would ever thunk it? Detroit, 4-1,
40 points too. I was.
I mean, it was the Panthers.
Well, listen, they think 40 something. Wait till they. I hope they like burgers. Because that's coming for them this week, dude. What are the Dolphins already? 14-point favorites this weekend?
I hate that.
What do you hate?
Just gives me the. I know it should be that, but I mean, it just like to say like you 2 touchdowns better than another grown ass man doing the same job you're doing.
They are though. They
I know.
Just surpassed the greatest
I know
show
they
on
are.
turf.
I know they are. I know they are. I'm not disputing the number is what it is. It's just me.
Do you think they should have gotten to Wink Martindale on the sideline and he should have just been like, told ya. He said, greatest show on turf, but supersonic. It's not like he lied to him. And they put up that baby quote from him. I think I actually saw him sucking his thumb at one point on the sidelines. So fast.
Why do I feel like he should be doing being a show game host?
Wink Martindale?
Yeah, that sounds just
the name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One guy.
Leroy doesn't want them to have a pride game. Well, look. There's pride in there was like they're just bad.
Yeah. They're
right?
bad.
Like you can't.
They are bad.
They're in a different place. Like, you know.
They are bad, although I don't know if they're worse than some of the teams with a win.
Right. Like
I don't know
I
if
would
they're
take
worse.
Carolina over Denver.
I think I would. Just because I get to watch the number 1 overall pick every week. I would. If you made me watch a non-Dolphins Broncos game and you're saying, which is, by the way, what I don't know how they snuck this past us, but we have to watch Broncos Chiefs on Thursday. That's a thing.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
what do you think that point spread?
And do you want to know who's Sunday Night Football next week?
Who?
The Giants. Stop doing that. Stop putting New York teams on
The Giants
primetime.
against who?
I think it's the Bills.
That's why. New York.
Dude, they got to start flexing immediately. All right? None of this nonsense.
You can't do that.
Have to.
Here's why you can't do it. Because then you can't charge the big money to everybody.
What do you mean?
Because if you let teams start flexing, somebody's going to get scrub games.
That's not my problem. I don't want to watch the Giants anymore. Dude, does that look like a team that should be shown in front of America?
You don't.
Does it?
You get on me for fat shaving, and that's what you say about a professional athlete?
Are you kidding me? That's a bad team, too.
Right.
And they're
I know
very
it's bad.
injury-plagued.
I know it's bad. Here's
watch,
what I can
We're
accept.
gonna watch the end of Daniel Jones this week, and it's gonna be because nobody on that team can block.
Here's what I can accept that you can't. Even the worst in the league is still amongst the 0.01%.
Does it
of
seem?
that
Let me ask you something. Does it seem fair to you after what Wilkins and Sealer just did? Does it feel fair to you that
we should
Daniel
see
Jones has to go against the Bills, who have they're 8 deep on the defensive line? Does it feel fair to you that we should see that execution on television? Because AJ Epinesa or Oliver or any of those monsters are going to come there. They're going to do the rock bottom on him. We're going to be like, yeah, we should have seen it coming.
Bottom.
We should have seen it coming. And then you wanted to see this, America. It's terrible.
It's bad.
Not as terrible though as Mario Cristobal, because we've got an hour and I think he needs more shame. This was Mario Cristobal after the game on why he didn't take a knee.
Because hello, Mario Cristobal, because I'm dumb. Oh, sorry. Here, let me get you to the
the
real
actual
audio.
sound. Not your impression of it.
Sorry.
You know, when the drive started, it was going to be at 157, you know, and we could burn about 127 off, and then it was recalibrated. I should have taken the timeout right there at the end. Thought he could get the first down, and you know, we talked about 2 hands on the ball, but that's not good enough. Just should have told him to take a knee in. That's it. Fumbled the ball at 25, and they went 75 yards in 2 plays. So no excuse.
He does sound like he's a little more annoyed by the second part of that without realizing if he would have did the right thing, the second part doesn't happen. Doesn't he?
Why is timeout?
Why does he
in
have
his
to
mind?
wait? Why does he have to mention they went 75 yards in 2 plays?
Why does he have to mention the 2 ends of the football?
He doesn't have to because nobody should have been in that position. That's your job. You should know more football than anybody.
You get paid $80 million, dude. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's.
And I have to hear Bobo from the Bronx or yell, he should be taking a knee. Everybody was yelling it, right?
Everybody, dude.
I mean, I'm telling you what. Seeing my friend Dave, like, going crazy after the game was both funny but I felt for him because you don't ever want to lose a game like that.
Here's Mario was on with Joe this morning. Let's hear a little bit from the Hurricanes coach. He's had after having 48 hours to digest what had happened. Here's what he had to say on his decision.
The decision with 33 seconds, what was going through your mind and at that point on what to do next, whether to kneel or run the ball to Don Chaney?
Yeah, that's no way to rationalize it, Joe. It's a wrong decision. Should have kneeled it and didn't do it. So press on, man.
Let me ask you just a follow-up because, everybody was asking me, did you talk to Shannon Dawson before, like, as you guys are running the clock down? Do you have other guys in your ear to go, Coach, what do you want to do? Or how does that work in those situations that you guys talk about at the end of a game?
Well, like everything, we have a process, and we got the first down. And then after that, Joe, it's, again, there's no way to rationalize it. Just the wrong decision. Should have taken a knee, taken it out of the player's hands.
See how even when he says it's on me, you don't get the feeling he believes that.
No, I don't.
Right? Because I should have took it out of the player's hand. I'm like, that
It's kind of like saying you have no excuse when you know, like, oh, the only thing that like excuses will just make it worse, but I don't think you really feel like there's no excuse.
Right. Like he's trying to he's saying he's taking full responsibility while saying other things that
All of them, dude. Listen, I mean, for nobody on that with a Canes visor or polo to say to, hey, anybody think this is dumb? You know, like, I get it. Yeah, you can say, oh, Don Chaney, 2 hands of the football, but dude, he shouldn't be in that position. And all these theories I hear about, oh, they were trying to get 100 yards. Not buying it, dude.
he already had 100.
I think he already did have 100, but even if he didn't, okay? Even if he didn't, I'm sorry. This kid is not, you think we're trying to make a landmark day for Don Chaney to get 100 against Georgia Mother Bleeping Tech in the most forgettable game up to that point.
Right. Look, especially when the way the ball was being turned over, as sloppy as the game was, you're just trying to get out of there with a win. And as soon as the game's over, you don't do anything to jeopardize that, which is what Mario Cristobal did.
If they were doing that, okay, well, I'm sorry. Whatever happened to this whole we're doing this thing for team and not individuals? If that is what they're doing, and I don't think that's a good excuse, but let's just say that you're telling me the guy who melted the turnover chain, you're telling me that guy is concerned with getting a hundy for one of his players? I don't know. I just think it was stupidity.
Right.
I don't buy it. Here was Cristobal with Joe on how they move forward.
Well, I mean, you never stray from the truth. I mean, again, the whole entire program is based on accountability and truth and honesty and transparency, and the challenge and the importance and the opportunity in North Carolina for us is awesome. And like any game during the season, you always eliminate noise. You don't allow any of it to creep in your head when you're doing well or when things don't go so well. You emphasize the importance of the details to make sure that games never get put in the hands of an official. And you just put your foot on the gas and you go. We have a tremendous opportunity, and it's all about our preparation and going into that game with juice and energy and playing to our best level and making good decisions and follow process.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, he's put his foot on the gas, all right, for a clown car.
Oh,
I'll tell you one thing, Mar. Listen, I'm not a guy like I don't call for jobs or anything like that. But as a Canes fan, you got 1 week for me to have faith in you, dude. And I'm saying, like, woo, for me to believe this guy's ever going to be something, you better go beat North Carolina.
Yeah.
Because, like,
that's the only way back.
It's the only way back. That I was hoping that this was going to be a fun week where we were going to talk about this monster matchup coming up against the team that always kicks the Canes' ass. Oh, somehow a guy who recruited Leroy Horde has dominated the Hurricanes. I didn't mean it like that, but you know what I mean.
Wow.
A guy who recruited Leroy at Tulane.
You know what that's saying? That he's old as hell.
This guy has whooped your ass every single year. So all I was hoping for was you to go undefeated into that game and to make it mean something against a top QB prospect. Okay, royally bleeped up. You're talking circles all under the sun about why this was reason, accountability, even though I didn't have accountability and I got to move forward. Dude, if you ever want us to believe in you as being that dude, that you were going to come here as a former Hurricane and rebuild this program into something that means something, you better go win this weekend. Because otherwise, I don't know how you're ever going to get the stink off that loss from you. I don't know how it's going to happen. But that was embarrassing.
You think? That was terrible.
Take a break. Leroy's game balls and game bums. I wonder who it's going to go to. That's next.
Could not wait.
This doesn't influence your game bum, though. It's not
No, it doesn't.
You're not allowed
It doesn't.
You're not allowed to do that.
Thank you, Cleveland Clinic.
Whoa.
No, they called and said they need to change the appointment, but I'm working too.
Yeah, I'm
So-
working too, dude.
So I tried to call back,
Yeah.
and they put me on hold.
Oh!
So how the hell are we going to communicate? Cleveland Clinic.
Come on. Even Cleveland Clinic knows how to take a knee on a phone call.
Oh, look at that.
I'm like, this is crap. So do I go early? Because they just called me and told me my appointment was changed without my response.
Hey, Stars and Strings, a
Oh,
great night
yeah.
of country music
Who
is
we got?
coming to
Who we
Hard
got?
Rock Live on
Yeah.
November 1st. I'm very much looking forward to this.
Yes.
We're giving you a chance to win tickets to go see Jordan Davis,
Ooh.
Hardy, Brian
Jelly
Kelly.
Roll.
No, that's a different concert. That's
Oh, okay.
Riptide.
All right.
Ashley
Isn't he country,
McBride,
though?
he is country, yes, but
Okay.
that's not the same concert. It's not the same
Okay.
concert. Jelly Roll is not going to be at Stars and Strings, just so we're clear.
Damn it.
He said it's a country.
Cole Swindell is going to be there.
Oh!
Haley Withers is going to be there. Text the word STARS, STARS, STARS to 20357, and you're entered for a chance to win tickets to Stars and Strings November 1st. Purchase your tickets at starsandstrings.com.
We can't get Jelly Roll to do a Jacksonville? Stay for
Just
2 weeks?
stay for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He'd be staying for like a month. If that was
Oh.
the case. You know, it's a nice place to stay, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Stars and Strings. That is coming up in less than a month. Looking forward to that.
Mhm.
It was a fun show. I went last year with
Yeah.
Kane Brown was there.
Is that the one? No.
We were
That's-
like, is Jimmy
Leroy
here?
loves Jimmy
Did
here.
Jimmy
What
skip
he
a
goes
game to go to Stars and
Yeah.
Strings?
And did he? We still don't know.
We don't know.
Still
It
don't
remains a mystery.
Hard to say.
It is hard to say. Leroy, what do we have today for game balls and game bums?
I'm going to do my game balls first. I got 2 of them. One goes to the cheetah. Who
Fast.
Just like it amazes me how he runs around and like barely gets touched.
Yep.
And the other one, Van Ginkles. He is the epitome of a system that changed and didn't include him.
It's just one Ginkle, though. It's not Ginkles.
Van Ginkle. And the new system didn't use him as much. Somebody gets banged up and he comes in and balls.
Yep.
He took that opportunity and ran with it. So
Yeah. Really
now
haven't had Jalen Phillips this season.
he has to be on the field.
He's so good.
He has to be on the field.
NFTF?
Now, my game ball.
Oh, boy.
Dude, you could put whatever twist you want on it. You can explain it any kind of way. That was the single-handed dumbest decision I've ever seen in football.
You've seen football.
Combined with the fact that this guy has been a head coach in a number of places.
Yep.
He ain't an amateur.
Nope.
He ain't got a whole bunch on his plate. He knows all the things he got on his
Seen
plate.
a lot of football.
A lot of football. He knows a boatload of football. But I'm not just going to blame him. I'm going to blame all the coaches. And I'm going to blame Tyler. Because here's why. There's probably 130 years of football experience in that building.
Yep.
And nobody suggested taking a damn knee.
Nobody wanted to know.
Nobody. So I don't know what the hell was going on that sideline, but somebody had to go, why don't we just take a knee?
Did you see the
That's what all the good teams do.
see the video of the center who was
Oh.
like he was like on the side
Yeah.
he's just looking up like bewildered at the school. What are we doing?
What
Yes.
the bleep
What
are we doing?
Yes. So no. Somebody.
You think the center should have just fell on the ball?
He should have. He should have.
He should just fell on the ball.
I mean, like, I've never seen anything like that.
Can't stop it
Listen,
to himself.
think about this. Staley, who will not be the coach next year in with the Chargers.
Yeah,
He cost his team the playoffs.
I know.
And it wasn't dumber than this.
That's crazy. Are you sure?
Think about that. Yes, I'm positive. Because at least with Staley, when they're trying to let him tie the game or whatever, he doesn't know whether they're playing some shenanigans or not, right? So he can always say, I didn't.
Even if the Miami Hurricanes go undefeated the rest of the way, and let's just say there's like a tie,
you can't
to the playoff,
nope.
You can't let them in.
No, you can't.
Like even if they even if they smoked North Carolina, Florida State, and Clemson the rest of the way, and there was like, let's just say there's a tie. It was like them and I don't know, name another team, and you're like, well, who should go into the playoff? Rick. Mario Cristobal did give his team a loss,
but
by himself.
that's even more of a reason to let them in, because keep in mind they lost that game with a decision that had nothing to do with football.
Crazy.
Right? How do you like? I would listen. If I screw up in my life, right, and I screw my life up because of my decisions, I could live with that. But I can't live with a decision that screws over somebody else.
Dr. Toboggan says this stink isn't going away. Can't
No.
wash it off.
No, because now you know why? Because every time you get to an end of a game, or every time you get in a pivotal point in the game, you got to look on the sideline and hope that the coach going to do the right damn thing. I didn't ask for that. I've had nothing but praise for Mario Cristobal. Nothing. The way he's turned the attitude around. They finally get their first moment of like, well, we're not playing our best football. Let's just get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, you just
it happens to everybody.
You held it down after what was
just
a
hold
bad
it down
game.
and move forward. Like, this is Middle Tennessee State. This isn't, you're past all that. No, you're not.
Yeah. No, look, I think somebody called in and said this, like, to think about the coaches that we've had. Like, if you told me this was Al Golden, okay. If you told me Manny Diaz did this, I'd be like, I can believe it. But for it to be Mario?
There's two coaches you would never expect to do something like this, Rick and Mario.
I'm just like, come on, dude. Like, you're supposed to, you were supposed to erase all this bull bleep. That's what you were here for. You were supposed to make the embarrassments go away, and you got now two of the most embarrassing losses in school history on your resume. So I don't know, man. It's just really, really discouraging. It's really discouraging, and what we should have been. Yeah, it wasn't a great performance, but it should have been good enough for a win, and we should have been hyped up for an undefeated season going to take on the Tar Heels this week. And instead, we're going to be sitting, ramming our heads against the wall, trying to figure out what was the reason for it. Were they trying to get a Cheney milestone? Were they trying to up the score, or are they just all that stupid?
I'm nervous too, because how many times have we seen this with the Canes team in the past that was streaking, got one loss, and it seemed like the losses began to pile up?
Yeah. Now, when you can't, here's what I can't do. As much as I would like to say they're past all that, my first text was, I thought we were past this.
Yeah.
Right? Because the whole game, even with the players on the field,
it was an awful
had the feeling of a past Canes team. Undisciplined, boneheaded mistakes,
off the bye,
turnovers, off the bye.
I don't know what are we doing during the bye? What is going on?
Designing uniforms.
What are we doing?
There's that school thing.
School.
No one even goes to that
What's
school.
a major in touchdowns?
23 people in the graduating class.
What does everybody have Nikola Jovic's mother?
Oh, everyone's at Mark Light getting shakes, huh?
Yeah.
Well, Tyler, make sure you go. Don't touchdowns, schmuchdowns. You go out there. Your education is forever.
Mama, stop bothering my friend Tyler. He's just trying to build up draft status.
Not with that performance, he's not.
Haven't won a game after the bye since 2016.
Jesus. That's incredible.
Dude.
That's incredible.
I don't know. Like,
somebody wants to know how Robbie's. We may have to get Robbie.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
We may have to get
Robbie.
This is going to be a wellness check more than anything.
We may have
Robbie
to get
starts sending texts. And oh, my goodness. What does he say? The cycle of doom.
That's for the Dolphins. That was supposed to be. He's already getting he's getting ready as the short list. Because when he's wrapped up.
No, he pulled out the short list.
Yeah,
he already pulled that out.
He's like, I already want this to get Ken Dorsey from Buffalo now. I need this fixed. He's basically shouting, fix it immediately. But he's not going anywhere.
He's not.
He's not.
He's not.
He's not going anywhere. I'm not even saying that he should go anywhere. All I'm saying is, like you said, I thought we were over this.
Right.
I thought we were supposed to be past
But
this.
but more importantly, from the coaching perspective, right? It's not Manny Diaz. It's not who's the other guy before Manny? Al Golden, right? It was a guy, stand-up guy. You know what you're getting, accountability. He's got everybody doing the right things, saying the right things. But you can't go out like that. You can't be the guy.
It's crazy, man.
Right? Like, I mean, yeah, like you could say, he shouldn't fumble, and I get that. Okay, but you shouldn't open up yourself for those
SDI
kind of
has a
mistakes.
quote from Robbie. He said, Robbie said, "This is going to be so bad for me psychologically. I can never assume wins, even when the team can't stop the clock."
Right.
You're right.
Right. Right. That's it. That's it. Right. First of all, Robbie is probably he was probably wherever he was watching the game. He was showing everybody how to do the victory play.
Yeah.
He was probably showing everybody.
We need a demonstration,
with
Robbie.
demonstrations and descriptions of what the Canes should have done, because he has turned a double play right there in that hallway.
Yep. It's incredible. Well, listen, if we don't get a hold of him, turn into Robbie and the Degenerate tomorrow on Twitch on twitch.tv/Robbie the Degenerate. I'm sure that's going to be a doozy. But take a break. Back after this.
Previously on
Cycle of Doom.
Never lay you down, baby. Hey, what's your baby mama at the crib?
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Hey, your camera, dude. Fix it. Fix it, dude. Take you up until 2. If you guys looking for a little Heat coverage tonight, red, white, and pink scrimmage, we'll be doing I don't say a play-by-play, but we'll be doing kind of a breakdown of what's going on around things. Myself, Solana, Tommy Tig will be there. I'm sure we'll have a lot of the Heat broadcasters stop by. It'll be a lot of fun. Great cause every single year, the red, white, and pink scrimmage that the Heat do. They get the preseason going tomorrow, so very excited to see the Heat back on the court, see some of these young guys out there. I was boots on the ground this week. I went to FAU, went to the final day of training camp.
Did you?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Who's your chit-chat with?
I tell you what they got. You know what's going on over there?
What's going on?
Final Four renovations, dude. That's what's going on over there.
Final Four money?
Final Four money's coming in, dude. They're trying to make those floors look all nice. Who did I talk to? Talked to Bam. Talked to Bam a little bit, of course. Spo boxed me in hard.
Really?
Whoa.
What did he say?
Well, I was just making a little chit-chat about the Dolphins, right? Because I was like, Spo, because the last time he was there, they put up 70. And then I asked him a question about I'll just let you guys hear it, but he boxed me. I mean, it was like I thought I was being cute, and I realized I had touched a nerve. And
really,
yeah. Here was the exchange.
They were there. You saw them score 70 points. Your relationship with Mike McDaniel, what was it like seeing that kind of execute to that level?
I should say this, but yeah, we're going again. The Spo Bros are fired up to go out there. What was the question?
Just seeing them score 70 points.
Yeah, that was amazing. It was incredible. I mean, it was electrifying being in the stadium and seeing that team come together. Early on, they had a tough loss last week. All those things are good. Coach talks about that adversity is an opportunity. I wholeheartedly agree, with that, and looking forward to the game tomorrow.
How do you think you would handle having to take a week off from a loss like that? You usually like to get right back after it to make it right. How do you think you would handle something like that?
Sometimes we've had to have a whole off season after a final loss to think about it and ruminate over it and prepare for the next season. It's different. Obviously, but yeah, we went through some kind of process this summer.
Didn't see that one coming.
First of all,
fair point.
If you hung out with Tobin long enough, and we've gone to dinners, we've hung out or whatever, I know damn well he didn't know what ruminate meant.
No. What does that mean? Is that like the vacuum that
I don't know.
The vacuum that has like a robot?
But y'all have to know. Y'all got to learn how to listen to these interviews because I know damn well when Spo said ruminate, he kept it moving. Yeah. But Tobin had no idea what he was talking about.
Oh, Marco says, "Did you not do the research?"
No.
Dade South says that's an Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
I didn't think he was still dwelling on the off season. I was just wondering,
unless you win the championship, your season always ends like
fair
that.
point. I mean, yes, I didn't see that one coming because I thought like it was going to be like, oh yeah, because you remember like when they lost to the Celtics, he was like, we want to sit this off now, right now, right now.
Ruminate. That's how you cook brisket.
Yeah, Spo boxed me in hard. Oof.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can just keep throwing yourself out there too.
I'm not going to get boxed in.
You asked Bam if he's been practicing?
Have I practiced dominoes? I did not ask him that.
Okay.
No, I did not ask him that. Bam had some. He was giving Tyler his flowers.
Yeah,
he was.
You think that was genuine, or you think he was?
Nobody's ever questioned Tyler's ability.
Well,
it's been his health.
Portland did.
It was funny. No, I mean Tyler's been doing a lot of media. I'll say that because like he's been. I was reading just from Ira today. He was saying this was his quote. He said. He goes, I didn't want to go to Portland, so I'm glad Portland didn't want me.
Who said that?
Tyler. He's like, I just don't want to be in Portland. It's not personal with Portland at all. I mean, it sounds like it is with the city.
I mean,
it's like it sounds like it is.
You got it. You listen. It's not Tyler's fault he got to take a stand like that. It's Portland's fault because they basically called him a scrub.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't considering no trades that involve Tyler Herro.
Tyler told Anthony Chang too. He said, "My goal this year is to get my name to be untouchable. At the end of the season, they won't want to trade me. That's my goal."
Yeah, that's cute.
Well, don't say that. I mean, I don't like that. What do you mean?
It's possible.
Let me explain something.
Bam made his way there.
Dude, look back at the history of Pat Riley would trade anybody.
No, that's not true.
That is
He's
true.
got a guy.
That is true.
I don't think they're going to trade Bam.
Oh, okay. Did you think that D-Wade would ever play a game without a Heat uniform?
They didn't trade him. They didn't pay him.
Okay. That's worse. All I'm saying is,
it is worse.
Is that nobody at some point, the only person that's played their entire career here was Udonis Haslem. That's it.
Josh says, imagine having to move from Miami to Portland. Yeah, it'd be a culture shock. I'm with you. No, Spo was saying that, like, he was saying this week, Tyler has been like super intense, had a great practice. He said that he was like killing it on both sides of the court too. And Bam has been saying, like, he was saying, so I asked him about that, and then like Bam was saying, like, his scoring's been off the charts. He's been killing it.
The big intensity this week, even on both ends. How much have you seen that?
Oh man, a lot. Especially when obviously the blood gets flowing and we get to compete. You start to notice how hard he's worked in the offseason to perfect a lot of things in his game and even make him even sharper than he has last year.
Is there anything in particular like different you see about him?
Yeah, I mean, he's off the charts scoring the ball. And I know that sounds cliche because like Tyler's a scorer, but he's minimized extra dribbles, getting his shot off faster, reading the game, making the right pass, and you can play him at the point guard spot if you need to.
Just throwing it out there.
But he's apparently been impressive.
Don't worry about Tyler, Bam. I'm coming after you, buddy.
Wow, jeez.
Get your game right. Oh, I got him. This is going to be epic.
Have you been practicing?
He doesn't need. He's got a lifetime of practice.
No, you got to set up one-on-ones. You got to get in the lab.
I've been playing dominoes longer than Bam been alive.
I'll tell you who looks like they're really like.
Think about that.
Got to get in the lab.
Think about that.
All right.
I've been playing dominoes longer than Bam been on this earth.
Have you seen like on Instagram, Jimmy ever put these dominoes games on? Like,
yeah,
he
I
is
have
very intense.
Yeah.
He like broke a table the last time.
I did.
That's what I'm saying.
Dominoes.
We can't just sit anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be a.
You got to have that table too.
Yeah.
The 4 square with the the bend out legs.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Oh yeah. I got a table.
I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. Things are getting a little
I got
nerve-wracking.
You want to play with the ivory dome, the ivory bones, or the wooden ones?
I don't know what that means.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Which ones feel better? I feel like ivory's cooler.
Ivory sounds cooler.
Yeah.
Was it elephant tusks?
What?
Is that what ivory is?
Dude,
No.
they're ivory because they're white.
Oh, all right. That was fancy material.
He thinks that
No,
you think
wait, you know that's illegal, right?
You think you're poaching for dominoes?
Yes.
Get to some more headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Playoffs continue tonight in baseball. Phillies, they take on the Braves. 6-07, Philly up 1-0 in that series. While the Dodgers host the Diamondbacks. Arizona has a 1-0 series lead. That's at 9:07. Oyster Man.
Can you believe I still have to like have conversations with Met fans? Like Mets fans are still like, oh, that you didn't even have time to raise your arms. That's how quick the Marlins playoff run was.
They have something to say. I mean, look,
you weren't even in the playoffs.
Yeah, it was a cameo. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it was fast, but you knew I feel like the Marlins were going into that series already wounded.
Yeah.
It's just an accomplishment that they even got there. It really is. Like, I don't want to. You don't want to be the moral victory, but like the Mets can kiss my ass. They have like a $400 million payroll. A moral victory over the Mets all day. Idiots. And you tried to cheat us out of it.
Uh-huh.
Bums.
Stupid Mets.
Doesn't make it any easier that we got to go into next season. My God.
Hopefully Yuri stays the whole year.
Hey, a 6-0. 6-0.
Oh, okay.
You ever think about pitching?
Okay.
I'm just saying, Rio Muto's hitting home runs for us, hitting home runs against us in the playoffs. Just wondering if Sixto's ever going to get out there and pitch again. Just
Where is he? Where is he?
I don't know. I would love to know. I would love to know where
I mean,
Sixto's.
by the time he's ready to pitch, his contract could be up.
Dude, who pitches in the bigs first again? Sandy or Sixto?
Sixto.
Are you sure?
Sandy.
But you can't say it confidently.
No.
Oh man, back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hello.
You were boots on the ground for the Canes game. Did you
Really,
stay?
we have to go right into this.
Did you go? Did you stay the whole time?
I did.
What was it like when failure happened?
It was very disappointing and shocking. Like my whole section was so angry and confused and just yelling at Mario. It was intense. Things were thrown on the field. It was just wild.
What was like? So when people just said, "Just take a knee."
Yes. And then when they didn't, the guy in front of me kept saying, "You're the dumbest."
Not wrong.
And I just looked at him. I mean, not disagreeing here right now. And I'm not a mush, by the way. Not a mush.
Listen, you sometimes you can't out luck stupid. I mean, it's just it is what it is.
Nobody here gets blamed but
Mario Cristobal.
Not even
except by him.
I hope when Mario Cristobal goes to get coffee this morning, I hope the barista takes a knee to hand him the coffee. I'm serious, dude. Like, I hope wherever he goes, I hope the waiter, whatever restaurant he goes to this week,
hands him the check.
Can I take your order, sir? Don't be mean. I don't want you to berate Mario Cristobal. I don't want you to be mean to Mario Cristobal in public.
Is there anything more less berating than that?
I feel like if Mario Cristobal, if he goes to get his car washed, I hope everybody at the car wash takes a knee. That lesson needs to be driven home this week to everybody.
What was
It's
that?
very frustrating. Very frustrating.
Oh, next week, all Canes fans should take a knee. The next home game. All the Canes fans when the opening kickoff. Just have a knee out.
Oh, man.
Have some fun with it, baby.
All we can do left to do, all that's left to do is laugh. We've been angry. We're going through the stages of grief here.
It was intense and just like everybody was speechless, but at the same time, right after you find words just to yell.
I would promise you that none of those words were nice.
Speaking of words, J-Fig is the only one of us to go undefeated this week in the picks.
I know. I was trying not to say it in the chat, but you know.
J-Fig 3-0 this week.
Really
now we got the dartboard back.
Yeah.
We're doing guess what the first thing going on?
Yep.
Guess what the first thing going on the dartboard is?
I've just sent
London Jaguar.
I don't know if you saw this, but I just sent this to you, J-Fig, if you could get this for our audience. But the Jags play in London. They might as well move there, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Actually better in London.
Actually, you're not wrong. Did they beat the Dolphins in London?
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that was their first win, too. I think it was Urban Meyer's first win. The Jaguars lost the Dolphins in London. No, they beat the Dolphins in London. But this fan, while they're doing God Save the Queen, or God Save the King, excuse me, it's not God Save the Queen anymore. God Save the King.
Oh, so they changed the lyrics.
Yeah, you switch. Yeah, you switch. Of course. What? How are you gonna save her? She's dead.
Well, it's a song's a song.
I mean, they've been singing it for like 70 years.
I know, but you got to switch it. I mean, whoever's on the top. So this fan is like at the game, and just for our YouTube, if you're not watching if you're not watching us on YouTube and Twitch, I recommend it. Go subscribe. But I'll describe this as a person is dressed like they're getting ready for tea time at Buckingham Palace. Like they have the suit, they have the top hat, they have the Jaguars pins.
Wait, why in the hell is he a captain?
I don't know. He has a captain's patch on. And then the skin, he's got like a scarf of Jaguar scarf, and the makeup is all jagged up with Jaguar ears and Jaguar glasses. Like it is an outfit, dude.
It's intense. I've got to say, I give him props for being that
that's committed to it, right?
Well, yeah, but he's just
probably miserable because his wife next to him made him do it.
He's so proper. Is that even his wife?
George, you need to go full Jaguar for the game.
Okay.
That cannot be his wife.
No, that's an actual Jaguar, guys. Just enjoying football.
Just in the prowl.
He's so proper.
Elizabeth, I don't want
great posture.
Jaguar paraphernalia.
Okay.
Come on, you're being a party pooper. Get out there in full Jag mode.
Why is his wife not a buffalo?
Wow.
You have no clue.
Oh man, but the Jaguars did beat, and so the Miami Dolphins, with their victory, back in first place.
Yep.
Back in first place atop the
Again,
AFC East.
I have a feeling that this whole season and the winner of this division is going to come down to the second Buffalo game.
Well, unfortunately, Tony Romo's already called dibs on that one. Mike McDaniel, he talked about the Dolphins. The Dolphins, I mean, 500 yards. Defense didn't give up a touchdown. But, I mean, you can even say, I'm not going to be a nitpicker, but yeah, there were some things that the Dolphins could clean up. I mean, you were 0-3 in the turnover battle.
How about not turning the ball over so damn much?
Yeah, Mike McDaniel.
Tua's getting willy-nilly.
Whoa.
Tua gets confident,
Mhm.
and then there's a fine line between confident and
Are
really
you saying, so wait a minute, you're saying Tua's getting a little too froggy?
at moments in the game, and then he has to take it back a little bit
I would be froggy with
because
that
he
speed.
does throw it in some tight windows.
Here's Mike McDaniel on overcoming the bad plays.
It's definitely not the formula you want to kind of live by because, more often than not, that's why it's an anomaly. But that's why we can't get, as a team, we can't overreact to anything negative that crosses our path. When you have people playing together, you can overcome a lot, like pick six and a -3 day.
It's the worst feeling when they see that go 102 yards the other direction.
Right. Snacks Roy. I hope someone knows the Heimlich maneuver.
Because you're going hard on the snacks.
Yeah, but here's the problem. I got up this morning. I didn't eat breakfast. I can't order lunch because my doctor's appointment got changed, right? So I don't want to go
They
there.
won't answer the phone.
Huh?
They won't answer the phone.
They won't answer the phone.
They're being willy-nilly.
Right. So, and I'm going to tell you right now, Cleveland Clinic.
Oh, boy.
Hold up.
On
Close
this.
up.
Close
I'm
up?
gonna
Okay.
tell y'all right now. If I come up in there at 2:15 and you make me wait after changing my time, y'all gonna read about me tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Because I'm gonna go off.
Oh wow.
You can't
warning.
change somebody's time to make it convenient for you and then still make that person wait. Right? We on the same page here? Or?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So I'm letting you know, Cleveland Clinic. Y'all changed my time from 3 to 2:15. Called all my emergency numbers to let them know, including Big Spoon, to let them know that my time was changed. If I roll up in there in the new time and you put me on hold and you make me wait, somebody get in the business. I'm telling you right now.
We also had Tua after the game. He was asked, there's a lot of fast on the Dolphins. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but Achan, fast.
Oh.
Tyreek Hill, fast. Jalen Waddle, fast. I think Jalen Waddle kind of looks slow comparatively.
Wow. But he did run over. He ran real fast to tell Tyreek you got caught.
Yeah, he did. Hilarious. Here was Tua. He was asked about who is the fastest on the Dolphins.
There's an ongoing feud between who is the fastest Dolphin. I'm sure you're quite aware of it.
Yeah.
Today, Tyreek actually got to the #1 spot.
What was it?
He's at 22 now. He's 22 miles per hour. So obviously, Etienne had another nice run, got elevated himself as well. You guys have 7 of the fastest times this season. How much does that help you offensively?
Oh, that helps us a lot. It helps us a lot. It's a big play and it's more. It's not where you reach the second level and he's probably going to get tackled. You're really thinking, once you see it one time, it's hard for you to unsee it. So when those guys get the ball in space, you're really thinking they're going to go and score with that. So
I feel that way every time Achan gets the ball now. Every time I think he gets the ball, I'm like, oh, this could go. I knew he was fast. I didn't think he was going to make this impact this quick.
That's because you hadn't seen him play.
I saw him kick the Canes' ass last year.
Right. But I had people in Texas saying, Duke can run.
I feel like it's almost an understatement for him. He's like Sonic
It
the
is.
Hedgehog.
It is an understatement.
He's so fast. I think that guy who's faster.
It is Achane is leading rusher with half the touches.
No, it's insane. Yeah, we saw that. We were talking about this earlier. He's 12 yards. He's 12 yards a carry. It's insane what he's doing right now, dude.
Here's another one. Another coach.
Oh, Harbaugh, you're done with him. That was your Super Bowl pick. Not feeling it?
I'm still feeling it, but I just think they like during the course of a game, like going for it for fourth down in your own territory. Like you got one of the most dynamic players on offense, and then you got another, your defense is pretty solid. You don't have to take a whole bunch of chances.
Tell you, man. And that's
how about the biggest quarterback in the league is getting hurt all the time?
Oh, Richardson?
Yeah.
He's going to be out for over a month. He's already been banged up like 3 times.
That's what I'm saying.
Also one of my fantasy quarterbacks.
Richardson?
Hey,
I mean, I see why you would take him for sure.
Dual threat.
Minshew Mania, though.
Oh, wait. Look, we're about to get into a mixed bag. I got a great question on Minshew Mania.
Oh, really?
Yeah, indeed.
I tell you, man, it was a crazy day yesterday for sure. But Steelers getting skunked by these Steelers, man. Like you always think they're dead.
They need more
pads. I'm telling you, I said it before the year. I think Pittsburgh's team is terrible, but I'm always gonna give that coach the benefit of the doubt because he always ends up there in the end, right?
Yeah,
like always.
What was he saying last week? Do we still have him from last week? He was like, I was like, oh man, if Mike Tomlin sounded like that, like an ass kicking's coming.
He was talking about they needed more pads or something like that.
Yeah, more padded practice and just to be more manly than everybody. And he was right.
There were several things that were very disappointing about the game. I think chief among them was the fact that Houston, we thought were more physical than us and played harder than us. And that's something that's got to change immediately. I felt that in stadium. I expressed that after the game. And so we got to look at what we're doing in an effort to make sure that doesn't reoccur. And specifically, in terms of the structure of preparation, makes us look at our practice attire. The last couple of weeks, due to a variety of circumstances, short weeks via Monday Night Football, short weeks because of travel adjustments, et cetera, we've been in helmets in preparation. And I think the start of that game, us warming up to the physicality component of it, probably had something to do, particularly at the early stages of the season in terms of development and fundamental development, practicing in helmets. I thought they had better pad level.
Man.
So it sounds like something in his brain periodically sends down a big word. All right, use this one.
Yeah.
Subsequently.
But he is the most efficient with words, whereas that would take Mike McDaniel 7 minutes to say that.
Oh, yeah. But for that reason right there, I'm never going to count him out.
Nope.
That guy earned it.
He's going to man his way to 7
right. Yeah.
It's just how it is.
Yeah. He's going to sit up there with that look. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Take a break. We'll mix things up coming on up.
Well, that's just lovely.
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hey, Stars and Strings, a great night of country music coming back to Hard Rock Live on November 1st. And we're giving you a chance to win tickets to see Stars and Strings.
Marco.
Text the word STARS to 20357. That's STARS to 20357. You guys go see Jordan Davis. I saw him earlier this year. He opened for Dirk Bentley. He was good. He's good. He's good.
He's very talented.
Does he play D tackle for the Eagles also? Telling you, sounds familiar.
Brian Kelly, Ashley McBride. I've seen her open for Dirk Bentley. She's good.
Also
She's
plays D
good.
tackle for the Eagles.
I like seeing Dirk Bentley. He's not going to be
You
a
know
Stars
what?
and Strings, but I do like Dirk Bentley.
Gotcha.
He's good. He's good. I saw him one time open for Kenny Chesney. Dirk Bentley. He's good.
We've been to a lot of concerts.
Hey, Marcos.
Yeah.
Why did you just set me up?
No, you were in the zone, bro.
I was in there enjoying some David Bowie.
Yep.
And then
You didn't know we were back?
no, he put it on the thing. So
It was just
all of a sudden I hear J-Fit go, "Geez." I'm like,
Cole Swindell's going to be there and Haley Witters.
Colt?
Cole.
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 Swindell?
Swindell.
Because Colt is a very white name.
Colt McCoy.
Yep.
Colt 45.
Oh,
Howdy.
don't let the smooth taste fool you.
Text the word STARS to 20357 if you want to win tickets to Stars and Strings. Tickets are available now at starsandstrings.com. By the way, I want to let you guys know we got a Heat and Panthers doubleheader tonight on WQAM at 6. It is the annual Heat scrimmage, the red, white, and pink scrimmage. That's going to be getting going. And then at 8:30, it is the Panthers season preview with Doug Plagans. Listen to them both right here. What else you can listen to here? This is a mixed bag.
Gentlemen, J Fig, Dan Day.
Hey, Dan.
Dan's not listening. We were discussing Anthony Richardson not that long ago and how injury prone he's been this season.
You better stop trying to play running back.
Trevor Lawrence told him that first game. He goes, "Hey, man,
Chill out.
calm down."
Call that the old RG3. Won't have a long career playing like that, sir.
Yeah, but you got to have some quarterbacking skill. The problem with RG3 was he needed to do that because the rest of his game hadn't caught up yet. Lamar Jackson did the same thing, but now he's a better pocket passer. But you can't, you still got to be careful.
Well, you may not need to do that if you have a backup quarterback like Gardner Minshew, who has a bold statement on whether or not he's the best backup QB in the NFL.
Feels good, man. No, you got a coach that believes in you. You guys around you can rally around. Obviously it's Anthony's team, and it's going to be very excited for him. So unfortunately, he keeps having these issues, but he's playing great. I'm grateful for every opportunity I get. Grateful for Coach for bringing me here. Grateful for the team for letting me do my thing.
Mississippi. Let me tell you something. That guy's going to be in the league for 100 years. He's going to make $30 million just getting job after job after job. Probably replace Ryan Fitzpatrick on commercials. Except he'll probably maybe make the playoffs with the Indianapolis Colts, something that Fitzpatrick's never done.
Never. He's the best backup, though?
Works out naked.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true. I don't know. I can't think of any necessarily too many others. I know obviously Bridgewater always comes into play. And Jacoby Brissett, two quarterbacks we've had in Miami.
Best backup quarterback in the league. Yeah, I don't really think it's close. I think it probably is Gardner Minshew. If you're talking about guys, you could make an argument.
Who's in the Saints? Isn't it Jameson?
James
Derek
Winston.
Carr?
James Winston still in the Saints?
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah.
But isn't Derek Carr there also?
Yeah, Derek Carr's the starter.
Okay, so Jameis Winston possibly?
No, if you want 30 for 30, he's your guy.
He's better than Mac Jones.
Yeah, he is. Not that hard, though.
Fair point. What else in the mixed bag?
Get a little petty. You guys want to get a little petty going? Got a couple clips from this most recent matchup.
I was listening to WEEI on the way in, and it was fantastic.
You got your petty
I
fill
think
there.
it's time to fire Belichick. Enough already. You let Tom go. We're stuck with this Mac Jones. You didn't even give him a coach.
This is a little petty coming from our fellow AFC East rival, This is a quick cut here. I got a couple from this game. Robert Saleh. This is a little Q&A he had saying, of course, Nathaniel Hackett is the one who got the game ball.
Did Hackett get a game ball?
Yeah. Of course he did.
He did. I saw the speech they put it out. It was cool. They did rally around him. And I actually saw before the game, like, the play. It wasn't like a post. They were like, they talked about our effing coach. Let's go win this one for Hack. It's cool.
Yeah.
It was nice of the Jets. Look, it's the Jets. Like, I don't want to sit here and blow smoke up their ass, but you get dealt a blow like they did to start the season with Aaron Rodgers going down. You got to find some motivations, and if there's a little bit of petty that'll fuel you, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Sean Payton was even asked about it, and other than the snippy response he had to one reporter, he actually credited Saleh and his staff for a good game.
Listen, they played better than us, and I credit Robert and that staff. They won the game, and I think that's how I look at it.
Say his name, Sean.
Say who it is, dude. You called him a bum.
Yeah, one person from that team, though.
Do you think that Sean Payton, I will ask you this, though, when Sean Payton realizes how much Russell Wilson sucks now, do you think he has a little bit more sympathy for Nathaniel Hackett?
No, but I do. The Legion of Boom is all saying, see, told you.
Yeah.
Wherever they are.
Russell Wilson may be the only person that doesn't think Russell Wilson is bad. He thinks they should be 4-1.
Yeah, that's the truth. We really should and could be 4-1. But coulda, shoulda, woulda is not good enough. And the good thing about it, though, and the perspective of it all, is that as we continue to go throughout the season, it's a journey. There's a lot of still a lot of good things ahead.
Oh, really?
Well, should be 4-1, guys.
It's hard for the guy who everybody's looking at to stay really, really positive when they just look at it and say, "You need to play better." But they can't even say it because the defense is giving up 1,000,000 points.
His dead cap number this year is $107 million.
Yeah.
Next year's $85 million. Next year's $49 million. Then they have an out after 26.
Oh, okay. So he'll be there until then.
I'm going to say, let's see. And they'll still have a dead cap number of $30 million that year. Jesus. 124 fully guaranteed.
I'm wondering how long this
5
lasts.
and 15.
I'm wondering how long this will last.
Oof. There's no way Sean Payton's going to let it be.
No, I'm wondering how long this with the quarterback thing is going to last.
What do you mean?
Because
the numbers are crazy?
Right. Because remember, we did this with every position.
Mm-hmm.
Every position is going through this, including running back position.
Tua's going to be an interesting one because Tua's going to get the richest contract next year if he keeps this up.
I know what he's not going to get. Like anybody who was he ain't getting less than 40.
No way.
Right.
No way. But if he keeps this up, if Tua keeps this up, leading the league in passing,
he's
going to get paid.
I think he'd end up probably second or third. He can't
go behind Mahomes. That's it.
Right. Mahomes.
He'll pass Bouzra.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he will.
Okay.
If you were Chris Greer, would you go and try and make a deal now? One little discount?
No, I would have did it before the season.
Yeah, I could understand why they didn't though, because you had to know if jiu-jitsu was going to work.
No.
Now there are no discounts.
Jiu-jitsu works.
You do it.
Yesterday's
like
price
you
is
do
not
it.
Today's price.
Right. If you keep because here, it's the same thing a lot of these teams are being forced with, including Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
right?
but he's not Daniel Jones.
But no, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that they didn't even pick up. Did they not pick up Daniel Jones' option?
They didn't pick up his option.
Right. And it cost him $40 million a year.
Yeah. They did
I'm
pick
like,
up
you could have picked up his option and at least saved some money.
They technically don't have to give to a deal next year because they did pick up his option.
Right.
He is under contract. So it would just be an extension.
Right.
But they probably will pay him next year.
Yeah. But now you guys, a bunch of guys you got to take care of.
He's number one, though. He's Uno.
All right. That's why you really need to have some success in the playoffs this year.
Agreed. What else we got, Marcos?
Staying in the realm, speaking of Russell Wilson previously, of mediocre quarterbacks, Dak Prescott had to compare this most recent loss to San Francisco to another embarrassing loss he recently took against the Arizona Cardinals. He had to determine which one of these was a more humbling loss. That's what the quarterback had to say.
Didn't see it coming. As you said, put everything into this and got punched in the mouth. Called a couple of weeks ago, humbling against Arizona. but this may be the most humbling game I've ever been a part of.
Okay, well, maybe stop getting humbled, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
He is so humble now.
I mean, no one's gonna be more humble than Dak Prescott, apparently. But like, I would say it's always in a weird way, it's always worse to get your ass kicked by a good team because it always feels like a lot. It's like the Dolphins loss, right? Like if the Dolphins would have had a slip up and like an oopsie daisy, you're like, but you beat the Bills. You'll always think, we beat the Bills. Now the Dolphin fan, you feel great. You definitely do. You TCB'd, you kick the Giants' ass. You're probably going to kick the Panthers' ass, but you're not going to really feel like, hey, we're going to do something unless you come and kick the Eagles' ass.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying that's right or not, but like you're taking on like, look, and you play who you play, but the Dolphins are taking on the Dolphins are getting some real scrubs on the way to this Eagles game.
Yeah,
doesn't get much worse than this. The Giants and the Panthers. So you go out there, you have another impressive performance next week, and then that's gonna be a fun game Sunday Night Football. Woo! Feel it down in my plug.
Next week?
No, 2 weeks.
You're doing it.
What? Nope. Oh, because I'm looking ahead of the Panthers.
Oh, look at
Guess
that.
what, dude? Win a game, and I won't I won't overlook you.
Task in hand.
You're not overlooking nothing. You're just talking about 2 weeks from now. Let's get through this week.
We will.
Task in hand.
That's what they said in Miami.
Feeling froggy.
Yeah.
If anybody sees Mario Cristobal today at the coffee
Just
shop,
take a knee.
Just take a knee.
Please take a knee. The coach. Victory formation.
No, just stay speechless and take the name.
Unbelievable. Anything else in the mixed bag, Marcos?
Indeed. You're mentioning that the Dolphins need to kick ass. One way they can do that is by biting kneecaps. As Dan Campbell, Man Campbell as we call him, is famously known for saying, this is him having a conversation with his team where I'm not sure if you've had this moment, Leroy, in which you have to tell your coach, we got this.
There's nothing better than when you tell your team just concerns and you talk about it and your team tells you, Coach, just freaking relax. All right, we got it. And they did that today. They came out, they set the tone for the game and really never let off the gas.
Imagine telling Dan Campbell to relax.
I feel like he needs like one of those tests a lot. Like there really should be. There
I
needs to be a Todd the intern.
I almost feel
just
Todd the intern needs to carry a taser around. Too much.
You gotta take your man down a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Too much.
Even Man Campbell thinks it's ridiculous they didn't take a knee.
Yeah.
He's like, I understand wanting to be a man and pound the rock, but take it easy, Mario.
Yeah, he's a well-balanced, manly man. He cries.
They all love him, man.
He does cry.
They love him in Michigan.
What's not to love? Yeah. The Lions and Dolphins. I mean, do they have the two longest streaks of not winning a playoff game?
I believe so, yeah.
Thirsty, man. Let's go.
Yeah,
Even longer than Cleveland, who has spent 2 seasons 1-31.
Yeah.
Wait, who else? How many teams are no? Everybody's won a game. No, everybody's won a playoff game.
I'm pretty sure the Dolphins and the Lions are the longest droughts.
So Houston won a playoff game.
Yeah,
Detroit Lions.
Gates, remember?
31,
Oh yeah, they went with like 3 quarterbacks.
31 seasons was the last time the Detroit Lions got a playoff win.
Yeah,
That
they
was
were.
in
By the way,
1991.
they were really good in the 90s.
Dolphins have gone 22 straight seasons.
Wow.
Raiders 20. Last Raiders win was 2002.
The year they went to Super Bowl.
Yes. And then the Commanders before that 17. So the Dolphins longer streak than the Commanders.
I mean, think about this. Like all the teams we look at as being dysfunctional or suck.
Yep.
Wow,
I remember when I was leaving college and going to NFL, the Washington Redskins won 2 Super Bowls, right? The Cincinnati Bengals went to a Super Bowl. I think it was my rookie year, right? Pittsburgh's been Pittsburgh. I mean, there's so many teams that have had success.
I think there's something to be said for the Dolphins that I really do feel like whatever team that they go up against that is very clearly got a talent deficiency, I do feel like they're going to throttle them and they're going to take care of their business.
You were starting to feel like that with the Canes and then you were.
Yeah, until I wasn't. But this Dolphins team is obviously is one of the most talented offensive teams in the
Here's
league.
what all I want to see in the next few weeks. The defense get better, figure out what they do well, figure out game plans and what they need to do for star receivers or whatever. Because right now they're just playing defense, right? And you're going to get away with it maybe playing against a below average offensive line. But at some point, you're going to have some in-game stuff where you got to change it up a little bit, do some things different to kind of force the issue. That's what I want to see the defense do. Not the old sitting back and say, my way works. I've been doing it for 30 years.
The old love to be stubborn.
Right. So we'll see.
Why are you looking at me like that, Marcos?
I mean, you're not wrong necessarily, but
why you have to throw necessarily in there?
Because the old love to be stubborn?
Yeah, you're not wrong. I just feel like you always go after the old.
I'm not going after. I mean, everything I've said about the old is respectful.
All right, dude, I don't do this, but we have a new old montage coming up in the 1 o'clock hour.
We'll take it back after this. Oh, the old hate to lollygag.
The old like naps.
The old do like pureed food, though. Sounds like the old love cribbage. You know, the old love feeding duck. The old love some matinee baseball.
tell you what.
The old love to come back. Because, the old love to umpire. The old love using the term up to snuff. The old are set in their ways. Yeah, but I do think that the old don't like to change their ways. The old hate directions. The old aren't very good. They aren't very good for much longer, okay? I'm not going to be allowed to
For much longer, Tobin?
They're not going to be good for much longer.
Why haven't I heard that?
I seem to slander the old a lot. A lot, dude. That being said, you got to give it to the old Vic Fangio, because, the old love taking advantage of an opportunity. And that's what he did.
You know? Count this, though.
I count it. I mean, it's basically a perfect game from the defense. It's the same thing with the Dolphins doing what they did against the Broncos. I get it. It's the Broncos, but you put up 70.
Yeah.
And so, we can quibble. If you want to be the most bastard Dolphin fan, if you want to be a grump, you're just a miserable Dolphin fan, and you're just like, man, I don't believe it. I don't see it. We just lost to Buffalo. Okay. But Buffalo lost twice. They're now in second place. You're in first place. And you put up 500 yards of offense, and you had a defensive performance that didn't give up a touchdown. We're really going to bitch about this? We're going to be such curmudgeons about this that, yeah, there's some things they could do better, like not turning over the football. I think a lot of it's really just, for the first time, you can probably say, hey, Tua, that was pretty much on his mistakes as to why that game was even, I don't even want to call it close, was like a respectable deficit.
It's even a thought.
That it was even a thought, because they probably should have been up 24-3 at halftime.
Yeah.
Instead, it was 14-10. Or 21-3, excuse me. The point is, though, you still got to look back at this and be like, holy crap, this offense is so explosive. Everybody's the fastest in the league on their team. You now have a star running back who's second in rushing, who could probably be leading the league in rushing if he started off the season. And you have a receiver in Tyreek Hill who's been maybe the greatest trade in Dolphins history. I mean, this guy's incredible. He's done nothing but lead the league in receiving since he's been here. And then Tua, Tua just continues to kick ass. He's leading the league in passing. You've passed the greatest show on turf, hollowed ground, even though Mike McDaniel wants to downplay and be like, well, our whole goal was to do this through 5 games. Yeah, I get you. But also, you've only been through 5 games and more yards than anybody in the history of the game. It's ridiculous what they're doing right now. And if you're going to sit back here after watching the slop so many fans are used to, I mean, the fact that you could just think about this, you were -3 in the turnover ratio. You didn't win the time of possession by a good margin. And it felt like you won that game without breaking a sweat. And I get it. It's the Giants. They're awful. Their offensive line, non-existent. However, I see week after week, all these teams are like, that was kind of more of a dogfight than it should have been. I can't believe that team beat that team. I can't believe that team snuck up on that team. The Dolphins have had one slip up. It was a big slip up. You got chin checked by the Bills. But did you let it linger? Did it linger like a fart in church? Nope. Went out there with a little bit of Febreze and made things smell right.
Okay.
Smells like speed.
Okay.
You're lucky Leroy's not here for that.
Why? I don't know why.
A fart in church?
Linger like a
lingers, dude. Yeah, especially the old. I mean, the old love to let a fart linger in church. Let me tell you something. You go through, I'm telling you, if you're, especially when you're getting the Holy Communion's going on, and one just lets it rip, it just sits there.
Call that the Holy Spirit.
Yep.
Do you know this from experience or something?
Of course.
It does. The air's thicker in the church. So
it is. It just, there's no circulation.
Just lingers.
It just lingers, dude.
Are you one of them who lets him rip there?
Perhaps.
Interesting.
Schmeathen's right. Cedric Wilson finally popped out of his grave. Have you seen him?
That was nice to see.
Everybody was getting involved, dude. It was fun.
Claypool would have scored.
I'll tell you one thing that sucked, though.
What?
So my son started flag football yesterday. It was just it was like opening day. They were
On a
doing
Sunday?
Yeah, it was getting to know their team. It was their opening practice. Games start next week. And I don't know what the hell's up with this Wellington flag football. We're actually in the Tyreek Hill League. Like I guess he's the official NFL poster player for the league.
Oh, nice.
Understand. He would be really good at flag football.
Yeah.
Maybe the most unstoppable. I mean, he's already unstoppable in real football. Imagine him in flag football.
Can't even imagine it.
For whatever reason, this league decided, you want to know what a good time for games are?
Don't tell me.
No.
Sunday at 2:00.
Okay.
Not even 1:00. So we could be like back by the second quarter.
Yeah, exactly.
Or back after halftime. Right smack dab in the game. Flag football.
So you're like prepping during the game, like, all right, we got to get out of here. So you're missing out on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time, how long are the games, do you think?
I'm going to guess like a little over an hour if I had to guess. I'm not sure. I haven't been through a game yet, but I remember from his previous league, which used to take place in the morning.
Love that.
Like, and I like it because now I'm doing the pregame show, so mornings would suck because then I would miss him playing. But now I'm going to miss the Dolphins. I'm going to watch my son play flag football for the Wellington Seahawks. You know, and it's like, and I'll tell you one thing too. These kids, they know if you're not watching. So if I do a little glance down, because if I had my phone with the game, I had the earpiece in yesterday.
Yeah,
it was easier yesterday because it wasn't a game. You know, drills. I could see what he was looking and not looking.
Gotcha.
But we have an issue, and by the way, I'm not the only one. I could hear some parents who are like, "Mostert!"
Yeah.
While I'm there. So I don't know.
Just
we got
wear
to
sunglasses, Tobin.
I think what we need here, J-Fig, is I need to gather with the other parents, and we need to get one of those antenna TVs, and we need to have like a little tent, so like we look like we're tailgating there, watching the flag football.
Yep.
But really, we're watching the Dolphins because who wants to miss a Dolphins game right now, dude? This isn't last year. If this was the Dolphins, I can't miss this. This is the greatest show out there.
Yep.
That's so wrong of them to even put it at 2:00.
Right.
Why would they do that?
Give them a -1 and then sign a petition.
I don't know why
to
they
move
would
the
do
times.
this. It's going to be an issue for this week, opening week. I got to hustle my ass there after the game day uncensored, 9 a.m. to 1. So I got to hustle there. It'll be an issue then, not the next week, which I won't even be in town because I'll be away, but the week after that, Patriots game. Now, the Patriots game, I'm thinking to myself, all right, Patriots, Panthers, they should TCB. You know.
Yeah.
Mac Jones coming here. Can you imagine Mac Jones against this team?
I can't imagine Mac Jones against the Wellington, what are they called? The Wellington Warriors, wherever Tommy plays.
Wellington Seahawks.
Gotcha.
Everybody's an NFL team. He's got the Seahawks unis.
Oh,
which are cool colors.
I do like those.
Lime green.
Yep. Oh, that's cool.
So we got the lime green socks.
Yeah. How's he liking it?
Oh, he had a great time.
Nice.
He had a great time. But you know, he's not having a good time. All the parents who want to be watching the Dolphins.
Yes, I can imagine. Imagine you're at one of these games and you miss a 70-point performance because of that.
Oh my God.
You're gonna miss a 70 burger?
Yeah.
He's not going to. He's not going to because he's going to find a way.
Do they still sell those TVs that have antenna?
I don't think so. The
No.
rabbit ears?
Yeah, do they sell those anymore? I know they sell rabbit ears because people still get, you know, they just want to get broadcast TV. I know that those are still a thing. But do they sell like the portable TVs that still just have rabbit ears? Because, you know, I suppose I could watch a little, like if I have Kevin Harlan. Is Kevin Harlan on the call this week?
I got to find out. This whole Fox thing kind of tripped me up this week.
Yeah, I wasn't. I mean, I like Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma. Don't get me. By the way, even Jonathan Vilma had to get on the Kane stuff where he goes, "Thanks, Kenny." Oh, tough loss last night, John, as your team forgot how to take a knee.
Appreciate
Thanks,
that.
man.
Appreciate that.
Anyway,
by the way, the portable television game, you thought they'd be better by now. They have them available with the antenna 7 inches.
That's it
for $80.
What?
7-inch TV
portable
for $80 on Amazon.
Like I get a flat screen for $80.
That's what I'm telling you. Like 7 inches, dude. Is that what we're doing here? Yeah, if you want to upgrade, you can get the 10-inch for $90.
Yeah, I see one here. It's like a portable 720 HD for $80.
That's the one. That is the one.
7 inches.
Like, what are you gonna do? Imagine all the parents at the flag football game just huddled around.
I mean, I am watching my phone for right now. I mean, I guess it's better than that.
I mean, but that's free.
Obviously.
What if you take a laptop or something?
I'll be good. I mean, next week I'll be good because it's on CBS, right? Or is it on
Yeah.
Fox next week? What is it on next week?
Oh, next week is the NFC opponent, isn't it? Uh-oh. Look, can we just have Harlan on all the games?
Tobin, I
matter
have your solution.
Oh,
CBS next week.
I have your solution.
What is it?
Do some sort of hotspot situation and be like Robbie. Take an iPad and a stand everywhere you go.
Yeah, but that could get spotty.
But I also
sometimes.
don't want to be like the parent and be like, oh, that kid does that parent doesn't care about his son.
Yeah.
Look at him, he's watching the Dolphins. But I have to watch the Dolphins.
Gotta watch.
That's
Like,
what-
You're
I gotta
thinking
know
about
what's going on.
tailgating there.
I know. Well, I think that would be
thing.
the best disguise to be like, oh, look, kids, we're making hot dogs.
Ooh, okay. Problem solved. This is what you do. You tape the TV to the back of Tommy. Just to, and while he's on the sideline watching the game, you look like you're locked in. Engaged.
But then he's TV boy.
Yeah, he is.
You're pretending that you're filming the game. How about
All
that?
the coaches. Oh yeah, use an Oculus. Put one of those VR sets over your eyes, and then it'll be like, I'm watching. I just want a better view of the game, and you're actually courtside or something like that.
SDI is like, you have a built-in excuse. It's your job. Dude, let me tell you something, SDI. If I've told you how many times I've tried to use the it's your job excuse or it's my job excuse for something, you think after all these years together with my wife, which is coming up on 18 years together, 14 married, and do you think that it's your job? How many times do you think that's not gotten me an eye roll? Zero. Zero, dude.
Gotcha.
Zero.
Oh yeah, I bet it's. Your
And
job.
now he's gonna give me the eye rolls with her. He goes, "Hey, how come you weren't watching that play? You didn't watch my route."
Yeah. Oh wait, the ball didn't even come your way, son. The ball didn't even
Oh
come
my
your-
god! I'm like, well, I don't tell you, son. Tyreek Hill just took it for 60.
You got H-Chad running 75 yards up the field.
Oh
Run a
man!
little Stanley at you.
Headlines brought to you by New Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy a truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Playoff action tonight. You have Braves and Phillies. Game 2 of the division series, 6-07. Philly up 1-0 in that series. Diamondbacks and Dodgers tonight. Arizona's up 1-0 in that series. Both those games on TBS. Heat have the red, white, and pink scrimmage. You can hear that coverage tonight starting at 6.
Sorry.
And then at 8:30, the Panthers season preview with Doug Plagans gets going. So be on the listen for that, everybody. And of course, we have Monday Night Football tonight. Packers and Raiders. That is Leroy's last pick in his game.
Ooh, let's go
Vegas
Raiders.
is -2. -2. 8:15 is your kickoff there. Take a quick break. Back with more for this.
WQAM broadcast.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hey, football season is here. So is our Dave & Buster's gift card giveaway. We got your chance to win a $250 gift card from Dave & Buster's to watch college football, the NFL, and more. Go online to WQAM's contest page, submit your entry, and if you win, you can go to Dave & Buster's with your gift card and watch your favorite team, all on us. And Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports at Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. So check that on out, everybody. Also, got a lot of prizes going on at the WQAM. By the way, did we ever get a winner for our watching in studio? Did that get announced, Marcos?
That is a good question. I will cash in my Odyssey points to get that information.
Hey, Glenn!
Okay.
Hey, who won the contest?
Okay.
I just want to know. I want to know if we have a winner on that.
Mhm.
Anyway, check that on out. And we got also your chance to win tickets to the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs at Homestead Miami Speedway. That's October 21st and 22nd. Easy to enter. Just go to WQM.com/contests. But if you'd like to purchase tickets, go to HomesteadMiamiSpeedway.com. Miami Dolphins winners this weekend, 31-16. Really saved the weekend for Miami. It was a lousy weekend, mostly courtesy of Mario Cristobal. Mostly courtesy of him as he, I don't know what the hell that was. I can't believe that's what I woke up to. You know, like there's one of those.
You fell asleep.
Yeah, well, I was just, I figured it was in the bag.
Yeah,
I really did. Like, I know it was a bad. First of all, it was not a great game to watch, Marcos.
No.
And I don't know what it is with college football. College football's so long.
Yeah.
The halftime is forever.
Yep.
The commercial breaks forever.
Yeah, but that potato thing though.
Oh, hush. Like that's what it tells you though. Like literally their commercials are just infomercials. They have enough time to say on Irish potato peeler on the ACC network. And so anyway, I was I was like, oh, this is slop. And TVD's throwing the ball willy-nilly. But finally, I was like, all right, they got this one. They're gonna survive in advance. And I just, I was getting a little heavy-lidded, and I'm looking at it, I was like, oh.
Had an early morning.
Early morning the next day. I got the game day uncensored. I get up at like 6 a.m. for that puppy. It takes me like an hour to get here.
That's not fun.
Got to do some final dusts off for the old format, make sure everything's ready to go.
Jesus.
So I get up a little early. So I was ready to catch a little shut-eye. I figured after Don Chaney got his helmet ripped off.
Yeah.
Penalty. What could go wrong from here? And apparently the answer was everything. Everything could go wrong.
Did that kind of feel, I mean, you saw it in retrospect, but I'm sure once you reviewed the highlights, once the fumble was reviewed and they called it the other way, I was scared, right?
Yep.
But then they completed a pass and I was like, they're not going to do this, are they?
Yeah.
They're not. There's no way that this is going to happen, is it? And it was that momentum that you see happening. Usually we've been on the other side of it.
It was so, you know what the funny thing about it too was so when I first wake up and I'm like, so they just fumbled the ball, and it must have just been one pass, right? Must have just been one pass. Nope, it was two passes. They clocked the ball because they know how to do that.
God.
They know that there are rules to that. And then Bomsky for the win. And you just left. I needed all that. So I immediately ran to YouTube, and I'm like, what did Mario Cristobal have to say about this?
Yep.
I did not like my explanation. Could you give it to me one more time? This was Mario Cristobal after the game for those who haven't seen it or haven't heard it. Because if you didn't want to, I don't blame you. If you wanted to just scatter around. I mean, we had Knowles fans calling up. They were mocking and deserved. I can't say it's not deserved, but one guy's yelling at Mario Cristobal for ruining game day in a couple of weeks, and he's not wrong. Because why would they? I mean, let me tell you something. If they do still have game day, could you imagine the signs that are going to be in that Seminoles crowd?
Wow. What if the whole crowd is just kneeling?
Just kneeling.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
When the drive started, it was going to be at 157, and we could burn about 127 off, and then it was recalibrated. They should have taken the timeout right there at the end. Thought he could get the first down, and we talked about two hands on the ball, but that's not good enough. Just told him to take it in. That's it. Fumbled the ball at 25, and they went 75 yards in 2 plays. So no excuse.
Yep, definitely no excuse. Although, did feel like you were deflecting that a little bit.
Although he definitely did give some.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they were excuses. I would just say they were sharing. I think you were, diversifying the blame there, Mario. If I had to describe that in any way possible. So, look, man, I talked about this on Friday with Leroy, and Leroy was like, maybe I will listen to him one of these days. I'm not going to say this to him when he's here.
Oh, okay.
But maybe one of these days I will learn not to get so excited, because I was genuinely excited about this weekend. Glow in the dark jerseys. Okay.
Yeah.
Rave at the Canes house off a bye. I thought this was going to be different. I thought, like a moron, this was going to be different. And the Canes were going to come in prepared off a bye. They were going to smoke the Yellow Jackets. And we were going to go into this North Carolina game, venture out there, and this was going to be their big statement game of the season coming up this week. And instead, what I get is worst performance of the season, wearing stupid uniforms with they're stupid now.
Now they're stupid.
Oh, I burn those things. I never want to see Miami Night uniforms again. Stupid uniforms.
Such a shame.
And what I have is a swagless team that doesn't know the rules to football. That's probably going to get their ass kicked by Mac Brown.
Yeah. Which is probably already going to happen.
And maybe it was,
Yeah.
but at least let me go in there with high hopes. Okay.
For sure.
Let me go into this game this week undefeated with high hopes, even after a bull bleep performance where it was muck. The players did all they had to do to win that game. All they had to do was just survive, and their coach spit the bit and blew it. And that's why you got him in tears on the bench. And this guy's sitting here saying, 2 hands on the football. Shut up.
Rough.
2 hands. How about 2 cheeks on the ground?
Or just one knee? One knee is
Yeah,
fine.
just instead of a knee, maybe Tyler Van Dyke could just sit on his ass.
Just crisscross.
Just
applesauce.
to completely get the point across that, hey, we're not trying to do anything here, because what the hell was the point of that?
They were trying to
And I'm
survive about 26 seconds.
I just don't understand, like, how many more this royal program with a lineage and greatness and legends all about, and they come up with these embarrassments. Whether it's under Mario Cristobal, he's now got this. He's got Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah.
He then we're losing FIU and losing just to getting shut up by La Tech.
Didn't the Seminoles destroy us too?
Yes. And it's just like, when are they going to get everything fixed, dude? Because I felt like this was going to be a year, stupid me, where business was going to be taken care of, taking on another Miami team, and Blaine Gabbert's stupid brother talking bleep, smoked them. Take on Jimbo Fisher, who's like, see a little, see a lot, blah, 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 blah. And they kicked his ass. Jimbo Fisher. Go to Temple. Oh, the bad mojo around Temple in this program between Al Golden and stealing Manny Diaz back. Maybe that could have been a disaster. Terrible weather, ran it down their throats and smoked them.
Yep.
And it's like, cool. Got a bye. I'm excited. This Canes team is taking care of business. And all they got to do, not the greatest performance, whatever. Happens in a college football season. Just don't blow it. And they blew it. They blew it right before their biggest game of the season coming up. So, crazy. And Merlot's sitting here, he's like, don't flip the script after they beat UNC. No, let me tell you something, dude. He better beat UNC.
That's the least he can do.
He better beat UNC if he wants to have any respect for this season. Because right now he's wearing a clown nose and a scowl. And what's scarier than a mean clown? But that's what he looks like. He should be walking around that campus right now with a red nose and a rainbow wig, because that was a clown-ass decision. So that's the least he could do, is go up there and beat a basketball school that's owed you for the last 10 years. That would be nice. That would be nice to have that expectation. Because do you know how pathetic it is that we've gotten to the point that I'm excited about beating North Carolina? So that's the least he could do, is go out there and beat North Carolina. to save any face, if he wants to save any face this season. Because this dude got a heap of money, supposedly came in with a lot of credibility, and he walks out there squirting water out of his flower and getting into his tiny car.
Clown acts.
It's a clown-ass decision. Blew the game. Then tried to pin it on the kids. Then takes 48 hours and barely acknowledges, oh, no excuses on Joe's show. Getting all snippy. You better go beat you better go beat North Carolina. You probably won't, but you better. Just to get people off your back. What you deserve, dude. Right now, it's just been infamy. You came in here, you talked about accountability, you got rid of jewelry because you thought that was the problem. You lost to a school we've never heard of from a part of Tennessee, not even the whole Tennessee. And you got your ass run off the field by them. And now you sit here and you screwed the pooch against Georgia Tech, who sucks. Don't flip the script. How about you flip the script, dude? Actually do what you're supposed to do. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. It's time to get to our favorite Monday game. Little all right. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Recap the weekend, and let's get to it. My all right goes to those two monsters up the middle, Zach Sealer, Christian Wilkins.
All right.
Big time performance. Saw Christian Wilkins running after plays, all that like we did last year. I was happy to see that. A lot of guys from the Dolphins game that I think you could give it to. But for me, getting a chance to go Sealer it on up, that made me happy. The waddle yesterday, which made me happy. The wind-up waddle, that made me happy.
Love it.
See this Tom Garfinkel? He's finally selling the little stuffed penguins with Waddle jerseys.
Oh, nice.
I saw Jalen Waddle autographing one before the game yesterday.
Damn, look who finally made their way around.
Finally come through, man. It's gonna be a gold mine for the Miami Dolphins. Want my cut. But just say it's gonna be I'm sure every kid's gonna want one of those. So just I want my cut. And also I'm excited that more people can root for Jalen Waddle. So that's exciting. My no. I mean, what else needs to be said, dude? Mario Cristobal, obviously. Obviously, it's Mario Cristobal. Fans have been pissed. They should be pissed. The players should be pissed. He should be pissed. And there's only one way you can make it right. You could do that on Saturday. But for right now, for shame. And you get my no.
Oh, no.
J-Fig?
Well, my all right goes to our sales guy who helped me get some tickets to the UM game. I thought it was going to be a great day. I was going to take my family because they have never gone. And I was just being a nice daughter, a nice niece. And well, that obviously turned south very quickly. And I should have noticed when it started raining right when I was walking through the parking lot just to get up to the stands. And yeah, Mario Cristobal, you get my no.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Oh, no.
Marcos, what say you, dude?
My all right goes to someone who you didn't necessarily hear too much about yesterday, but in their position, to not hear about them is to no success. Kendall Lamb. You get my all right.
All right.
Just because you filled in for Teron Armstead.
He's been great. He's been absolutely great this year. And the fact that Isaiah Wynn is balling out for the Dolphins and not the Patriots, one of their now the shoe is on the other foot, mother bleepers. How's it feel?
Yeah. And
how's it feel, Patriots?
After pulling the most bizarre holdout in training camp history, the worst one in training camp history, Connor Williams, man.
Great snaps.
Love that guy now.
Great snaps from him. Austin Jackson's been clean, dude. A clean monster is what he's been.
We only got one problem. Liam Eichenberg.
Didn't play yesterday, though.
Exactly.
Tremendous.
So, offensive line, you get my all right.
All right.
Great offensive line play. Running backs have been amazing. Devon Achane, so fast.
So fast.
I love, too, that we actually – do you think that it's going to make – because they talk about this feud, but between, the players who are the fastest. But I think the fact that it's a rookie – I don't think – it's not that I don't think Tyreek Hill respects Mostert's speed. I think he does. But when it's a young guy coming for the crown, I think that's oh, no. A rookie, a young whippersnapper is not going to take my thing, even though he did get chased down yesterday.
That's what I'm saying.
Even though he did get chased down. Who gets your no, Marcos?
My no is a two-parter. I'm not even going to mention Mario Cristobal. We get it, dude. It's the easiest no since Joe Cronin a week ago. But
Joe Cronin would have known to take a knee.
Joe Cronin, according to Drew Holiday, would have done a lot of great things. But nonetheless, I'm going to actually nominate myself for one of the no's.
Oh, no.
I was at the Miami Improv this weekend, as I normally am.
Who was there?
Luis Diaz, former Power 96 producer, was headlining on a Saturday for the first time.
You guys co-starred in a reel.
Indeed. Got another one coming out on Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday real day?
So Mondays and Wednesdays are real days now. Look at that. Content creator. But
why was your last reel horizontal?
So I was testing something. I was testing something with the quality. They say you're not allowed to do that, right? So I'm seeing if the algorithm is like, nah, you're allowed to do that. Or if they're like, dude, I said you're not allowed to do that. So we'll find out.
I like that you gave a little warning before the video.
Yeah, give it a few seconds to tilt your phone. Remember, everything used to be fine. Just post something. Put a horrible filter on it, and everyone will be fine. Now Instagram has so many rules. The algorithm. But anyway, Luis Diaz was headlining the Miami Improv, and just as he was coming out for meet and greet, I had Miami Hurricanes game on the big screen, so the entire club could enjoy.
Oh no!
The unfortunate part was we all collectively, as he got out for his meet and greet, watched the Canes completely drop the ball there, and completely change the feeling.
Don't blame yourself for this, Marcos.
Nope. Just rough, dude.
You're trying to be generous.
There's only one person you need to blame. Mario Cristobal.
Exactly.
Oh no!
Just imagine watching that live.
Yeah, no,
in front of your face.
It was, I'm sure, a vulgar experience to say the least.
Stunton Steve says that he would like to give an all right to Barry Jackson and an oh no to that loser who stole the ball from Cheetah's mom.
For real.
That guy definitely gets an oh no. Like,
yeah.
Don't take. Do you think Cheetah's coming to give you the football?
Read the room.
You,
dude.
Very
Howard.
aggressive with it.
It definitely looked like a
Howard. He's not coming to give you the football, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, come on, man. You got to be better than that. You got to realize it's for Cheetah's mom.
I like how the mom was like, "I'm the mom. I'm his mom."
I'm the mom,
you can
dude.
hear her without
Yeah.
actually hearing her.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's giving his all right to Barry. Barry Jackson was just lighting up the Canes this weekend on Twitter.
I love that.
Barry Jackson's he's a Twitter assassin, dude.
Yep.
He is a Twitter assassin. Love the sports buzz, man.
My second oh no goes to Drizzy Drake.
Why?
Drizzy Aubrey Graham Drake.
Because his new album stinks?
His new album is poo-poo.
Really?
I haven't even heard it.
Exactly. Usually there's at least one song where it's like, all right, well, this is...
Drake gave us his one hit for the year.
And I know that it's garbage because he had a back and forth recently with former rapper, current podcaster, Joe Budden.
He had a back and forth?
He had a back and forth. Joe Budden essentially said the album was trash. He's too old to be rapping the way that he is. This is a response that Drake said. Please, to any artist that's doing this right now, don't let these opinions affect your mindset. This is a man who has failed at music. You left it behind and you're doing what you're doing in this clip because that's what actually pays your bills. He ended it by saying, I own a 767 and you occasionally fly first class.
Wow.
Which is all true.
He's lashing out, though.
To me, that just means
he got to you.
He got to you. He
definitely got to you. Because if Joe Budden's like a little, I mean, geez, his little opinion gets to Drake's feelings that much.
He wrote an article. He posted an article as a comment on that video, which means he knows that it's true, dude. If someone comes up to me and says, hey, you're very, very stupid, and I may believe them a little bit, but I'm not going to write a whole article on it because, it can only hold so much water.
Drake's album, For All the Dogs.
For All the Dogs.
It's for Scooby.
That's what it's called?
It's, yeah.
I don't even think it's for us. I think he wrote that out.
Scooby was barking.
That's probably why we didn't understand it.
First song, Virginia Beach. Seems like a lovely spot to vacation.
They got Dairy Queen, I think.
Next song, Amen. I feel like somebody did that song already. Amen.
Amen.
Next song, Calling for You, featuring 21 Savage.
The actual best verse on the entire album, the consensus is not even a Drake verse.
Who's it from?
J. Cole.
Oh, he'd scout J. Cole?
He's got a J. And that is the best song. Him and J. Cole have a song called First Person Shooter.
First person. That's got to be a song about Caleb Martin, yeah?
It is. It is indeed. All about Caleb.
Is it about Caleb Martin?
No, not even a little bit. But
it should be.
Wow,
it should,
no wonder it's a stinker.
It should be about Caleb Martin.
Yeah, but look, Father Time is undefeated.
When is J. Cole's next album? I would love to support the Heat Scout.
That's good, man. He should get into sports managing. He was trying to get Kaepernick.
I'll tell you what the word is. The word from camp right now.
Yeah.
First person shooter. Cole Swider. Apparently lighting it up according to Bam Adebayo.
Damn, look at that. You got a nickname for him already. First person shooter. That's
first person shooter.
That's pretty good.
That's going to be used a lot. I think that we hear that game. We hear that song a lot at Heat games.
Yeah, I can imagine. By the way, if you search Joe Cole, not the same as J. Cole. I just want
Who's
you guys to
Joe
know.
Cole? Is that the guy who tried to steal the football from Tyreek Hill's mom?
Intangibles. Not good, dude. Not good.
So
His
Drake's
other song is Fear of Heights.
Fear of Heights, really?
Wow.
Doesn't he have an album where like he was already up on top of a Space Needle?
Yeah, something like that.
Make up your mind,
Was
dude.
he? Huh. Also, what's with the clips that he's now wearing? What's going on with that?
Sometimes he's just like, what can I do and like get away with it? Because the things that he puts in his hair sometimes are absolutely ridiculous. Look, I love what he's doing. His son did the artwork. He had a music video where his son is a big part of it, but you're not fooling anybody, dude. I think
That dog looks evil, by the way.
yeah, it does. It's supposed to be a goat, by the way. It's not a dog. It's a goat.
He's got a song called Bahamas Promises. That doesn't rhyme.
Bahamas Promises?
It's not rhyme, actually.
What's with him putting a bunch of places? Like there's 8 a.m. in Charlotte.
Yeah, he always says like a
There's
time
song
stamp.
called What Would Pluto Do? Is that about like Mickey's dog?
No, it's about Future. Yeah, it's about Future, actually.
But like I think it's for all the dogs. Like, isn't that
It could be. Maybe you got to read deep. You know, it's a double entendre. Okay.
He wrote a song for Pluto.
What would Pluto do? Not make a crappy album, Drake.
It's a song called Rich Baby Daddy.
Yeah.
There's another one called BBL Love.
I was just about to say that one.
That is good.
That must be written down here.
I'm gonna have a song called BBY Love. Big balls yardage.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
About Tua. All right. Well,
What's your next reel?
no cap.
Yeah. No, you can't just throw that in there, dude. You can't just keep throwing that in there. Why
That's
not?
not a title. That's not a
What did
title.
you use it for? What do you mean? What's no cap this time?
You know.
Okay.
What would Pluto do? No cap.
No cap is the reason. The Fear of Heights.
No cap.
Yeah.
Wow. Captain Crunch.
What are we even doing here?
Oh man. All right. If you guys looking for a little Heat coverage tonight, tune in today at 6 after Hockman and Crowder. Myself and Solana will be hosting coverage of the red, white, and pink game, which is of course done for a great cause for breast cancer research, Baptist Health. So they do great work. And if you guys want to get a little Heat coverage, I don't think there's any video of it. So I'll be like a transistor radio back in the day. Pass over to Cole Swider. Kicks it out to Tyler Herro. Into Bam Adebayo. Slam dunk, and the Heat red team is up 2.
Can I get you to use that voice for like at least 1 second?
I'll definitely do it.
That's kind of,
I'll definitely do it, dude.
that is amazing.
You don't have to ask me twice if you want me to do 40s radio guy.
You actually may do it for too long.
Okay, we're gonna ask you twice. Do it.
Oh,
That is
man.
great, dude.
I'll do it. No cap.
Jesus.
Anyway, that's our show for today. Hockman and Crowder coming on up. I believe they're live from Twin Peaks. So if you guys want to go say hi to the boys, get a little snacky snack. And we will talk to you tomorrow. Old love to let a fart linger in church.
No cap. No cap.
And he found other ways to contribute, even if it was getting into transition. Excuse me, easy for me to say. Get out there and get some.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
Game day on